slide us in deep.
Welcome, everyone. Sorry for the late start. Jeff is not to blame at all for this. We're going to try something a little bit different tonight. We've been talking about doing an adventure path so that we would alternate between more standard PFS scenarios and adventure path, trying to do it about every other week or so. And the adventure path we are going to start tonight is Iron Gods. So we'll start with the first one, Fires of Creation. And one of the reasons we were starting a little bit late tonight is because everyone needed to make characters and get everything squared away. And that involved a lot of just talking that wasn't very interesting for people to watch. So we wanted to get that outdone.
Really gestated those character concepts, you might say, in the Fires of Creation.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
Nope.
Anyway, you all have been given some information of what's going on. You have some rumors and some news. Many of you are from the town of Torch. Many of you have been only in the town of Torch for a short while. But you have all heard a couple of things in particular that have piqued your interest. So Lee's going to now read those things out to everyone.
What?
Thank you for volunteering.
Wait. Oh, shit.
Lee.
Ed's not here to volunteer for things like he normally would be because he's got screaming.
Did I just set this to the tabletop?
What?
What?
You double clicked it. It goes over to the tabletop.
Ah, that makes it more useful, I guess. I didn't know I could do that.
Oh,
Da-da-da-da.
yep. That's a thing you can do.
Oh.
Yeah, new functionality for me.
All right. I'm gonna take the first paragraph. Brittany can take the second two pair. The second.
No, you take all of them.
You volunteered.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing, man. You just gotta.
You guys are
Man up.
pricks. All right.
Without further ado.
The violet flame that burned atop Black Hill for over centuries gone out, leaving a strangely seeping pit of rubble and bubbling fluids where the town's livelihood once glowed day and night. Ever since Councillor Connor Bain, one of Torch's more powerful wizards and a well-liked individual, went missing on his second expedition under Black Hill, the citizens of the nervous town have edged closer to outright panic. With their hands full handling the growing refuse and waste problems in town now that their primary disposal method is gone, the town council is eager to find out what happened to Connor and rescue him. They made a public reward of 4,000 gold pieces to any group that can recover Connor's body. If he can be returned alive, they promise to throw in the scroll of resurrection they've been holding on to in case they need to revive him. Interested parties are invited to speak to the council at Town Hall. Connor Bain discovered the signs of unusual traffic on the banks of the Weeping Pond, and shortly thereafter, the submerged tunnel that provides access to several heretofore unknown tunnels under Black Hill. His emergence from the caves with a deactivated semi-humanoid automaton sparked worries that something strange might be going on in the caverns, but when he failed to return from his second expedition a few days ago, those worries turned to outright fear. Several other adventuring parties have gone missing in the caves, and Torch finds itself running short on new volunteers. That's where you come in, you bunch of idiots.
Yeah, thanks, fucktard.
So that's kind of where you guys are starting. This adventure path does assume that the party knows each other. So I don't want to slow down character creation getting started anymore. But between now and the next session, I'd like to work on a little bit of why people know each other between you guys, which is a little bit hard to do since I didn't know what any of you were playing basically until today. So I want to work with you and have you guys work with each other to get some of that squared away for next session, if everybody's okay with that.
To be fair, you knew what I was playing from literally the word go.
Nope.
I trust you.
Does that work for everyone?
Yep. Yeah, we'll just talk about it later on.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the idea. But it's generally assumed that you don't necessarily know each other well. You haven't done adventuring with each other in the past or anything like that. But you at least know who the other people are. So you've met or spoken and don't outright hate each other or something like that. Okay?
Well,
the other thing that I want to make sure everyone is aware of is that this is a little bit of a different game setting than most.
Little bit.
You'll have to worry about technology. You'll have to worry about mixing fantasy and sci-fi together, and the setting is a bit unique because of that. I already gave Jeff just a little bit of a warning with that. It means that magic itself tends to be rarer. Weird things tend to be more common, but magic itself tends to be a bit more rare in this setting. So open market for magical items is not as common. For example, there are places you can buy and sell magical items, but there aren't as many in Numeria. And most towns that you'll be encountering, I have lists of what is available in the town rather than just having a market value of availability for most shops.
Sure.
So keep that in mind when you are dealing with magical items. But also keep that in mind because in a reverse, there's a lot of shops that will also have technological stuff for sale, which is not true anywhere else. A lot of technological stuff can mimic the qualities of magical things. Somewhat, at least. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, sometimes just very different. So there isn't as much distinction between those in some cases. And hopefully that is fun for everyone.
And if you need spells, get to Murder in the Technic League.
Yeah, the only real magical powerhouses in the area is the Technic League, and they're also the technological powerhouses in the area. So some of you don't like them, however. The Technic League are the de facto rulers of Numeria. They control almost everything behind the scenes, not as open. Torch is quasi-independent. They pay taxes and tribute to the Technic League at Silvermount, but they get to govern themselves. They're kind of like a colony. One of the reasons that the Torch going out is so important is because that was their livelihood, how they made money, and without it, they probably can't stay independent. Does that make sense?
I mean, is it, how many, like, I guess it's a weird
maybe
question.
I should back up one step. You are in the town of Torch. You're starting out in the town of Torch. The town of Torch is known because the hilltop above it, Black Hill, has a giant purple flame that goes up 30 to 50 feet-ish often. Just big glowing purple flame that is super, super powerful. Why Torch makes money is because it's one of the few places that you can actually smelt and work with very difficult to work with metals, like adamantine. Because the fire is so strong.
We call them the sky metals, right?
The sky metals in particular, which adamantine is one of. And so they charge a lot of money for local smiths and traveling craftsmen to use this resource. They also make stuff what they sell from it. So they can charge people to use it, and they can make stuff that they sell to other people. Is why the torch going out, that big bright light on the top of the hill going out, means basically they don't have a livelihood anymore in this town for their main source of income. Does that make more sense? Yeah. Sorry, I might have skipped that part.
I saw
also,
that
they used to use it to
what context in the first paragraph it was actually applying to. So.
Right.
Also, apparently they're burned their garbage in it.
Yep, because it's the most powerful flame ever. So they would throw your garbage in it, and it goes away.
Pretty much disintegrates it.
All I'm saying is that's a really really carefree way to take care of your livelihood.
The torch is that now and then the ground will rumble and shake, and then the torch will go a couple 100 feet high. Of a while after that, it rumbles and it shakes, and there's enough warning that the smiths get away. It's not dangerous, unless if you stay close to it. But it sometimes goes very, very tall purple flames into the sky. Not very often.
For some reason, it never struck me that the flames were purple, or that the flames were purple until you said it. And then I looked at one of the pictures, and I'm like, oh, purple laser. I'm stupid.
Giant purple flames, yes. You guys are in the country of Numeria. As I said, it's ruled by the Technic League, and I have given you a terrible map of Numeria.
We're actually pretty detailed.
So this is your terrible map that gives you a rough outline of where things are.
Okay.
You guys will be starting in Torch, which is right about. Whoops. That's not useful.
Torch is the black squiggle in the middle of it.
It's the hill thing, the hill squiggle.
It's the hill squiggle, yes. That's a fine way of putting it. This purple dot that if it lets me not snap to grid, I can do that. That is where you guys are starting out, in the purple dot. Okay?
Purple dot, got it.
In Torch.
Awesome.
Okay.
Do the different colors on the map mean something? I bet they
Yes,
do.
there's 4 different primary regions that Numeria is broken down into, and those are the primary regions.
Hmm.
It's like
Okay.
four different provinces within it, effectively.
Well, I guess let's get nasty.
Okay. Jeff, the important thing to remember is that your mentor is missing.
Okay.
That's the connection. That is the connection of why that was important. That is the same person.
Gotcha.
What?
Gasp!
What a twist!
That's my dad.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna share another map with you.
Lots of maps.
Oh, that's the map of Torch.
This is the map of Torch. It may be useful if you tell me where you're going. Stuff like that. I don't know why there is a triangle around 12. I honestly don't know why there's a triangle around 12. Just deal with it.
Wow. It's weird because if you would have just grabbed the one out of the book, that triangle wouldn't be there.
The one in the book doesn't have the labels attached. I thought it'd be more useful to have the labels attached. Also,
does too.
Lee,
Yes.
He's using
I don't
the
have the
actual
PDF.
book.
Oh.
I don't have the electric book. I only have
Oh,
the.
he
No,
was
I
talking about from the
player's
guide.
The player's guide has
Oh.
those labeled.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, sure enough.
I looked at the base book. Yes, this is in the player's guide. I don't know why this one I'm using has the triangle on it.
I don't know either, but
Okay.
what is
better that
12?
way.
Foundry Tavern. Yep. Most important place.
The reason why, okay, that does make sense then. 12 is the most important place for a lot of things in this game, so that's fine.
It
That
is.
makes sense.
It seems like a nice central point.
The Foundry Tavern is where Connor Bain lives and works.
Lived.
Okay, so everyone's back now?
Connor Bain is missing. Connor Bain is my mentor. Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah! We're gonna go find
Okay.
him.
And the torch is out.
Boo!
How long has
Okay.
it been out?
A few days.
Sure.
We all know each other pretty well. Why don't we go to the town square and see if we can't get hired to do this expedition that we've heard so much about?
Yeah, we have to talk to the
I like how he
town
talks
council or something,
just
right?
long enough, and then immediately muted himself.
What Ed is determined is that he can never make diplomacy checks. All diplomacy interrupted by scream. It was saying in the stuff we know, that the council at town hall is who we talk to if we want to get like hired for things, or hired to do this specific job. We should probably find out what we can about it.
Yeah, so there is in fact a town hall, and you could go to the town hall to try to get.
It's at number 15.
You could try to go to the town hall to find out more.
Yeah, I mean that seems like a.
So people who are recent arrivals, how recent is your arrival? Have you just been here less than a week?
Boy, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, less than a week.
Has anyone else got information from me? You're local. You're local.
Yeah, I probably
Okay.
came in off the road last
I
time.
only just saw that I'm supposed to do something for Rory.
That's fine.
Oh, it was only a minute ago.
Yeah, it was very recent.
I'm so
Um,
overwhelmed with all the stuff that I'm doing that I'm having a hard time even paying
What
attention.
what stuff are you doing?
I'm trying to understand how many tricks I have and how do I make it do things if it doesn't know the trick, and how do
yep.
I have this pet for so long and I've never trained it to do anything yet.
You've trained it to do probably 6, maybe 7 things.
So I can just pick a couple of them.
You can pick all of the tricks it has to start.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that later on.
Does it have a max of trick?
Yeah, that's the max.
It's based on its intelligence.
Yeah,
which
it can have like 6?
Three. It's 3 per intelligence at the beginning. So since he has 2 intelligence, he can have 6.
Yes. And then you'll get bonus tricks for
Like bonus.
later on.
Yeah.
So you might get like 7 tricks total that you can learn.
Right. Thank you.
Rainer, how long have you been in Torch?
Maybe a week.
Okay, so anybody who's recent has been here maybe a week at most. Okay, so you would have been staying at the boarding house so far. I should probably change the music.
Yeah. give some
Do I have
tunes.
any
You can put
appropriate
Cradle of
music?
Filth back
Do
on.
you have any shredding guitar?
Huh?
Cradle
I
of
think we
Filth
just
might be.
asked for the same thing.
I have that.
That's
Whatever
pretty
that,
I feel
close.
so adventurous right now, guys.
whatever that is.
I feel like shredding.
I don't know what this is. Does it work?
Should
for
we
you?
talk about our characters at all?
I'll get to that in 1 second. So,
Sure.
the people who are recently arrived have been staying at the boarding house, which is number 19 on the map. So, if you look at the purple dot, I moved it to.
Sure.
That purple dot is a little bit hard to see, isn't it?
Yay.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So up there, so the boarding house is like rent out houses and buildings to people as well as rooms. And if you see these 9 around the little park here, those houses are often rented out to craftsmen and smith who are planning on staying for a few months at a time. So they have like whole buildings to themselves for that. So you know that the boarding house does do more longer term things as well. You currently have just been having a room for a couple of days for anybody who's recently arrived.
How much does it
Jeff,
cost for?
you have not paid for anything besides past today, and we'll deal with if you want to keep renting it in a minute. Okay. Jeff, do you want to have lived with Connor Bain?
Yeah.
Okay, then you would also have met his other companion, who is Val Bain.
Married?
Val Bain is his ward. She is about 14 or 15.
Sure.
And there's a picture of her next to the map down in the lower left. She is a Kellid girl, who he adopted effectively.
Oh, okay.
He's been teaching her stuff. So you would know that she's around and you would have met her. She stays in Connor's house as well. There's a couple of spare rooms in his house so that you can be there and she's there and stuff like that.
And Kellids speak Hallett. Is that right?
Correct.
Yes. All right.
Ebo and Richard don't have character names,
Oh, I do in my character icon, I thought.
but not on your camera.
Oh, yeah, I haven't updated that. I forget about that sometimes.
Yeah, it's fine. Richard, you are local?
Yes.
What do you do here? You said
Well-
the question you asked me, it made it seem like you're not actually a local, but you've been here a while.
Yeah, I thought that maybe Caitlin is basically like an explorer at heart, and she came here a few years back because it was so intriguing. And so she's been living here since and wanting to like kind of do a lot of just like exploration in new places. And since that seems to be a big thing here, to like, she's like a guide by trade, so she would probably want to learn more about, like, say, the caves and things like that underneath
Well,
town.
no one knew there were caves.
Okay, but I'm
That
just
is
saying,
a
like,
very recent development.
yeah, knowing that that's something she's gonna want to do.
Okay, then for ease, you probably have been living at the boarding house. That
Okay,
for some people rent them for years.
okay, yeah, because I was gonna say she's probably been here for like 5 years at least.
2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah. you've probably got a good deal for a long-term stay because you've been here for so long. So pick one of the houses around that square of 9, and you've been renting that house, probably with not the whole house to yourself. You've probably been renting part of it, and different smiths and different people have been renting like the other half of it.
Can I take the top left one?
Sure, the one that's slightly darker roof.
Yes, it's like a
Sure.
more orangish.
Yeah, you can have been staying there.
Okay.
And like I said, other smiths and workers and stuff like that will come and go, so that there's other people around, but it depends on the season and it depends on the year. Okay?
Okay.
And then Ebo, you've been in town for a long time, you said?
But, yeah.
What would be your connection to the community?
He would do anything with the torch, if possible.
Sure.
Perhaps the runner. He is very, very young.
Just one
He's
second.
not like a child, but he's like a
He's like 15.
yeah,
There you go.
Okay.
15 to 17.
We'll say that your parents are in town,
Okay.
and they are members of the Torch Guild House. So they are metallurgists and artisans in town, who are part of the large guild for armorers, blacksmiths, and weaponsmiths. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would have had some dealing with the torch and some more interaction with that directly because of your association with your family. You would also know Baslundi Otterby because of that.
Baslundi Otterby.
Otterby.
There, easy name, right?
That's... Oh, Otterby. He's a thin crown.
Baslundi Otterby is one of the council members and the head of the guild. She is, in fact, one of the counselors.
Maybe you ought to be listening.
Baslundi is clearly a female. Okay, so you guys have agreed to go and meet at the town council, having decided that you are a skilled adventuring party and can deal with this problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're arriving at the town council, and you're now going to describe your characters and introduce yourselves, because you're forming a group. See, Richard, I remembered. I came back to it.
Sure, thank you.
We have to sign something.
I'll do first. I was gonna go with. I was looking through images and I picked one that looked pretty cool. So in this case, Caitlin is a redhead, and she is.
Hot damn.
She is athletic, and she keeps a bow on her person. She has a medium-sized bird that's a rock, actually, named Comet.
It sounds like a riddle.
And they are inseparable, unless she deems it necessary.
Don't use the word inseparable with regards to pets around Rory, because we'll never see
I've
that
learned my
pet
lesson.
again.
I mean,
you said I'm supposed to wait till the 3rd session. I've
Look,
learned my lesson.
if my pet
Hey,
dies,
hey.
apparently there's a way for me to resurrect it later on.
I mean, we're gonna get a scroll of resurrection when we're successful. We'll just use it on the bird.
Lee?
Sure. Tomag Binder is a tall, very dark-skinned human. He he has he's not dark-skinned by nature. He has spent a inordinate amount of time in the sun. He has red hair and a red beard, and the beard is unkempt. It looks like he shaves whenever he feels like it. He's about 6 feet tall. He's carrying a longsword and a heavy steel shield. He is wearing mostly reds, like dark reds and sort of off whites at this point, because he's spent quite a bit of time on the trail. He has a holy symbol of Iomide at his waist, which is a
Ed
a
doesn't
sword,
approve.
a sword with a sun. He is also wearing a notably the only thing that stands out on his person, other than that, is that he is carrying a significant number of flasks where you would expect to find belt pouches on a normal person. And also he is wearing them on a like a green sash belt sort of thing around his waist. He's also wearing a very fine cloak with the Iomi Day holy symbol on the back.
So I just disappeared.
Yes,
Later,
Rory
Rory.
vanished. We didn't like him anyway. Who needs a GM, right?
We could play this game.
Bye,
game will
Rory.
run
Didn't
itself.
Find your dad.
My name is Turd Ferguson.
Of course it is.
So dumb. You working, Rory?
What?
Oh,
Back,
there you
Rory.
There he is.
Yeah, everyone turned into a robot, which in this campaign could happen.
Is appropriate.
go.
No! Not an android. I am not an android.
Hey,
Androids
we are
aren't
not an
real.
android.
Androids aren't real. They told me so.
We only
not
do
what
the
I heard.
robo.
Lee finished his description, right?
Yes, he
Yes.
did.
Okay. Next.
I don't know who's left.
You are.
I
I only heard two people.
Okay, well then, Raynor's a 4-foot dwarf, bright red beard, got a couple braids rocking it in there. Huge earthbreaker on his back. He's also has a dagger, a couple tankards attached to him, and he's just the happiest looking dwarf you've ever seen. Bright golds
Oh,
and
man.
reds. There you go.
I'm glad that you look so happy because I look so
and I wear
bitter.
steel mail. There you go.
Jeff?
All right. Let's see here. Irving Octavius is a tall human. He has light-colored hair and green eyes. He wears just sort of a explorer's outfit with some leather armor. He exudes a aura of unapproachableness, and you can tell just from looking at him that he seems quite arrogant. He's got a short bow. That's Irving.
Ebo?
Um,
What's your character's name?
Zekelzent, or if you like, Zeke or Zel, is a very small gnome. He's got a nice, soft, rosy face with tousled, wavy brown hair, blue eyes, and hopping around him is this tiny little brown squirrel that's got
It's
that
not
is
brown.
Blue.
illuminates to blue, but it does have brown on its top to hide itself in the desert. But it is also blue,
It's also
Apparently.
sometimes invisible to Rainer,
and also sometimes invisible.
but only to Rainer.
While their brown fur helps them blend into desert vistas below.
Yes.
What?
Those
There's
are-
a gnome here?
They've got blue on the belly and brown on brown
Right,
fur.
but they can make all of them glow blue if they want.
But they can make all of them go blue, and it is.
And Rainer can't see the color blue. I get you.
Well,
glow
he's-
All I see is
Rainer's a
red.
dwarf.
If you're using dark vision, you can't.
Right. That's what I was saying. Sometimes it's invisible to Rainer. You actually got what I was going for now.
Wait, what?
I didn't even think about the
I-
dwarf thing. I
Yeah,
thought
I
that they
told
could
you.
switch it on and off too, but that's pretty
Well-
hilarious.
Where did it go?
He's special.
I think that's a hilarious ability. Ed, is there enough screaming that we can?
Well, we'll see what I'm going to describe myself no matter what happens, but buckle up. Okay, Betsuo is a relatively short, like 5.5 foot. He's pretty broad, like stout for Kelid, who are usually somewhat lean. He's got very dark tan skin and black hair that is cut, again, somewhat unusually short for one of the tribes, but clipped pretty much completely to the scalp and closely cropped beard. Dresses in armor of hide and generally, animal skin clothing otherwise. He's clearly wearing a holy symbol that is fairly recognizable as Gorum, sort of a wedge shape with a sword hilt protruding out of it, made of
Gorum is a
iron.
badass.
He carries a very long piece of metal honed to an edge on either side that otherwise be called a great sword, and a bundle of javelins, because what the hey. And
Okay.
trying to think if there's any other characteristics that would come up just looking at him. No, otherwise fairly taciturn and to the point. That's pretty much it. Yeah. We might have gotten past the worst of the screaming.
That would be excellent.
Sounds
So-
golden.
So, the plot of this game has now become choose your side, battle to the death over the deities.
Gorum.
Iomi Day.
Gorum fights
Nature.
gods. I'm going to fight you with my fighting god's power behind me.
Okay, that aside, you guys do all know each other.
Iomi
Like
Day.
I said, you have met in the past. We'll figure out exactly how for next session. But as it is, we will start with you arriving at the town council building. Unless there's anything else you wanted to do before going there. The town hall is number 15 on the map.
It seems like a good first step. If that's what we're here for, it'd be foolish to go anywhere else first.
I'm not hearing any dissent, so I'm assuming
No.
that's
Yeah,
what
no,
we're
go on.
using.
Notice that.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing.
Okay,
Nice.
you can arrive at the town hall. It's a fairly large building, which I am sure I have a description of, if you'll give me 1 second. One of the grander buildings in the Torch. It also doubles as a garrison. And you know that they have council meetings every week on Oath Day. You can get into that side and get shown to Dolga Fredert, which I'm not going to type in because you have a picture of her already on here.
She looks
is
really
a-
happy to see us.
She is a old female dwarf. She is one of the founders of the town of Torch centuries ago, and she's lived here ever since. She's on the council, and she's past her prime, definitely, but she still carries around an adamantine warhammer with her, always. And she will motion for you to sit. You're at a long table in like a council chamber.
That's badass. Isn't
Nice.
adamantine like super heavy?
Yes.
It is badass.
She'll grin at you guys and welcome you in. It's a relief to see another group willing to undertake a mission such as this.
How many dead?
You'll be the 5th expedition.
Well, 5 times the charm.
Connor went in a second time, but that was the 5th one. No one came back.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us about it before we go?
Sure. Connor led the first expedition in, only one to return. Came back, bringing with him that strange thing back to his house. Did a little bit more research. A couple of other groups went in. None of them came back. The first group, the first team was a group of halfling adventurers. The second one was a group of local thugs. The fourth team was a small adventuring party who worship Brig. Connor's team took the third and the fifth expeditions in under Black Hill.
What was it that he found again? That he brought back?
Some robot or something.
I'm not really sure what it is. Some mechanical humanoid.
Is there a way we can see it?
It's at his house. You should talk to Val about that, probably. Or Irving here.
Look at Irving.
We can go look
Got
at
something
it
to
if
say,
you
lad?
want.
What else do I know? You asked. Well, the flame went out about 8 days ago. We sent in the first team the next day, 7 days ago. There's been, like I said, 5 attempts in the last 7 days. If you do go in, and I certainly hope you do, make sure you come back frequently. Any news is better to send on to the next expedition than nothing at all.
Did Connor's expedition bring back any news aside from his discovery?
The first one? They found that the caves were inhabited by several enormous vermin and other scavengers. Some strange humanoids with the ability to blend into the shadows around them and the cave walls. And he mentioned there's a nest of gremlins down there as well. He believed this indicated a deeper connection to the Darklands, even further down, but didn't head that way. Of more immediate interest was he discovered a wall of solid metal deep within the cave. It was made out of a sky metal called glausite. Glausite is admixture between a couple of different things. Fairly hard and difficult to work with. Said it was similar to the kind we mine in the hills in these parts, but formed into a structure and it had some doors in it. It was near one of these doors that he found the broken automaton that he brought back. He said he was going to go back in and try to get through the doors on the 5th attempt.
How long do you think it will be before League representatives show up?
Let's hope they're not here already.
Here.
All right, so we go check out this device that he found. Where exactly is the entrance?
The entrance is over by the Weeping Pond. That's number 9 on your map.
Sure.
There's an underwater passage connecting to the area from the Weeping Pond itself. Connor noticed a large number of footprints along the shore shortly after the fires went out. He was there testing the water to check how polluted it was, how dangerous it was. He noticed the footprints followed them and discovered the cave. You realize a sizable group of people had entered before him, actually. Maybe as many as 20?
Did he determine if they came out?
No, they hadn't come out. No one emerged. Like I said, this should have been a while before, though. He discovered it.
So we're probably looking at something like 30 dead. Or missing.
Possible.
Small village of people living in there now. Or dead in there.
Well, we didn't have 30 people go missing at that time.
Well, we should get there soon in case anyone can be recovered.
Well, you probably come for the reward. You recover Connor, 4,000 gold. Bring him back alive. You can also have the resurrection scroll that we'd need to bring him back otherwise.
Hey, Rory, did you happen to say how long ago he was lost?
2 days.
2 days? Okay.
Day and a half, really.
I'll say day and a half is not too long.
People have been going missing at a fairly rapid pace since that thing went out. We should hurry.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Is there anyone in town that we should talk to if we need provisions, supplies, that sort of thing?
Well, if you're interested, you should probably talk to Val. She knew most about what Connor was working on of late. She might be able to tell you more about the specifics. If you need to get in and you don't have a means yourself, you should talk to Joram Kite. Joram Kite is a local priest, and he's agreed under the direction of the town council to cast water breathing on any groups cleaning to get through the pond to the caves, free of charge.
I like the sound of that.
Now, there's 6 of you, so keep in mind it'll only last 4 hours apiece.
How much of it did he say was submerged?
He said that once you're in, it's not that bad, but for coming back out, I wouldn't want to risk it.
Is it a very long swim?
He didn't say.
Probably
look
lay out a guide rope underwater. That'll make it easier for us to get out.
That's smart. It'll also make easier for other people to get in, but
Well,
hopefully.
If you're looking for Joram Kite, you can find him at the Crowfeather Palace or at the Temple of Brig. He's usually at one of those 2 places.
good. That's very helpful.
If you're planning on buying some provisions from any merchants in town, what with the torch going out, I can't give you any gold until something gets fixed. But I can give you a writ from the town council for a flat 20% discount on any of their standard gear.
I like the sound of that.
You accept the job, and I can at least see that done.
Oh, all sounds good to me.
Well, I know I plan to go in.
Yes.
Excellent. She'll take out a piece of paper, write on it, give like a dwarven stamp, and hand it over.
Yes, I'll grab it.
Good. If you have any other questions, come back and see me. If you get out of there alive and have anything to report, come back and see me. I want updates, want to know what's going on here.
We'll keep you apprised.
We will.
Don't spend too long down there. I'd rather it take a few days and get the information we need than have you go missing.
All right.
Of course.
I'd rather that too.
Good. We're on the same page then.
Yep.
Well, I've got a town to keep from panicking, so if you'll excuse me, I've got some other work to get to. But you know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say, oh no, what are they going to do with all their garbage?
As you're leaving, she'll say, if you've got it in you, you might as well check out the side of the torch itself. Don't know if there'll be anything to see up there, but it's another place to start if you're really looking for leads.
Thanks.
Perhaps.
I haven't
Alright,
seen
then.
it. I'd like to.
So we do this swiftly. We speak with Val, the torch, and then this priest.
I haven't been in town very long, but I thought it was worth mentioning that I overheard some people speaking somewhat emphatically about a man named Garrett who runs a junkyard. And evidently, he's happened upon some sort of an object or device. They say it lit up his shack. Well, they said like the torch or like another torch. But he's been keeping it under wraps in the junkyard. I'm not sure if that's worth investigating before we try to go in. But, well, you all may know more about it than I do. But it might be something.
Rory, can I test a knowledge on Garrett?
Local.
$17?
You sent it to me private?
Did I?
I don't know. I don't see it in general chat.
Then I'm. Oh, right. I was reading the rumor you sent me. Sorry.
That's fine. I was confused. 17. Yeah, you've heard of Garrett Burwaddle?
Sorry.
He has received the honorary title of Junk Master after several decades of obsessively collecting and cataloging all of the items left behind and tossed out in the... So the torch is really good for making stuff because you can work with sky metal, but it means that a lot of people make stuff that is worthless because they're learning how to do it. And so the junkyard is decades of accumulation of the cast-offs and junk and broken pieces from Torch itself. And it is also a lot of technological things that get found and left behind or nobody really figures out. And just the junk and worthless stuff from expeditions into hills and collecting stuff get tossed in there as well. And he catalogs it and stores it and occasionally finds useful spare parts and stuff like that through it, so people go to him for that.
Do I know what to expect from Garrett's demeanor?
He's somewhat brisk. He doesn't really like dealing with people. He prefers the machines.
Okay.
He's been here a long time. He's been building up the junkyard for decades.
Mm. Well, when I was asking around about, things like tonics and etc., there's a lady who I guess is trying to leave, probably because the torch is shut down. And I guess she's selling everything she normally has. Name of Justine. If we need potions, it might not be a bad stop. Maybe get a deal out of her. Anyway, we should go talk to this person.
Do we
What's her
need
name? Val.
potions?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. If you get hurt, you might want one.
I never thought of that.
Let's maybe speak with Val first and see what happens.
I like the sound of that too.
I'll scoot in that direction.
I tried to do a little bit better job with having more variety of songs.
It's cool.
I'm not very good at it. So, you can head over to 12, to the Foundry. Foundry Tavern is both a foundry and a tavern that Connor Bain runs.
That sounds awesome.
So, they're separate buildings from each other.
Okay, well, it
Still
still seems
kind of awful.
A little close to a foundry for me to feel comfortable.
You don't want some heavy metal in your ale?
I just feel like it's got to be super hot, like for a mile around that place.
Well,
I have a feeling that this place tends to be warm.
It does.
You guys see particles in your drinks? Because I see particles in my drinks. I think there's something.
This looks an awful lot like iron.
It tastes like sky metal. I'm poisoned to death.
The Foundry Tavern is actually 3 separate buildings that are fairly close to each other. There's the tavern, the Foundry, then Connor's home itself, which are right next to each other in a group. And you can send me private messages.
Damn it.
While we're on the way, I'm gonna.
Rory.
While we're on the way, I'll say, if I accidentally call you Zeal or Zek, you'll forgive me, right?
Yep.
All right.
I don't care. You can say whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Rory, how does the town feel about my pet going into public places?
It probably wouldn't be very welcome in things like a tavern or a church or a general store.
Mm-hmm.
Walking in the street, no one's going to care, in general.
Does it seem like anybody would care if it purchased itself outside somewhere?
No, I mean, like, they probably
Like-
want to see it like on a lead or something so that it doesn't, attack people.
No, I mean, I've got, I think I have the appropriate tricks for it to not just do that.
Right, but do you trust the guy in the street who just leaves his dog untied out front? Or would you want to see it, tied on a lead?
I see what you're saying.
I do have a squirrel.
The squirrel's almost as big as you are.
Just perches on your
You
shoulder.
don't have a squirrel anymore. He has a rock.
If
It's a tattoo.
if there is someplace nearby that I can kind of leash it to, I'll do that.
Wait, are you tatted up, Evo?
He has a tattoo of a squirrel on him.
Just the one tat.
Mm. Yeah, that you
Okay.
see, sure.
I mean,
Sure.
have I seen your other tats, or do we not talk about that?
No, actually, you actually do see another tattoo on him.
And
What is it?
Looks like some sort of fire symbol.
Like the magic red mana?
So it
symbol?
just you have a tattoo of fire. It's not a symbol. It's
Well,
fire.
it's like yeah. Let me try to.
It's like the red mana symbol.
It's a red mana symbol. It's not fire. It is a symbol of fire.
I gotcha.
Okay.
I picture something a little random, kind of like the Fifth Element type of thing.
Sweet.
Sure. So you guys will arrive at the foundry area. The tavern has been closed down. Jeff would have been able to tell you this on the way, that Val shut down the tavern, hearing that her adoptive father is missing.
Wow. Yeah.
That sucks.
I wonder how this game feels about adoption. Right, Jeff?
They call it adopt positive, probably.
So you can get there, and as you start to walk up to the set of 3 buildings, you hear a scream. It is high-pitched and feminine.
I'm gonna draw a sword and go towards it.
Okay.
So we haven't gotten to the tavern
Quickly.
Sorry, what did I miss?
There was a scream.
Scream. Okay, I'm gonna draw a sword and go near it.
Yep.
Wonderful. You guys are approaching from the south.
I am going to draw my bow and go near it.
Man. We're all
I
such
guess it
good.
also stands to reason that
Sorry.
Comet is not tied up because we never got where we were going.
No, this was as you arrived, so you have not had things up yet. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Ha ha ha.
Where did you say? What type of sword does Tomag use?
I use a longsword.
Oh, longsword.
I have a longsword and shield.
I have a Grado. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't.
So,
committing any
My shield
sword
is
violation.
very
I
much
just
like the
realized what I
traditional
forgot to
Iomi
make,
Day shield.
Make this map harder to read.
I was
Is-
wondering because I thought
Doors are
maybe
really
Iomi
Oh, doors.
had scimitar as their weapon, but I could be wrong.
Who has scimitars as
Yeah.
weapons?
Saren Ray is scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Iomi Day is longsword. and
Adorable.
a heraldic shield, which
Saren Ray is
which
a
I-
shit.
Saren Ray is pretty cool. She was my other consideration.
That's what my white mate, or that's what my cleric.
But I wanted to have a longsword. I didn't want to have to spend a freaking feet on it. So I was like, Iomi Day it is.
Everyone can make perception checks.
Oops.
Okay, Pharasma is awesome, but I am bitter about Pharasma.
Shucks.
Damn.
Hey.
There you go, buddy.
That'll do. That's as high as my perception's likely to get.
I did it. I succeeded.
So I made the doors easier to
Go.
see for most of
Go, Zach.
the stuff. There are also windows, but the windows are, especially on the foundry, are fairly covered over. They're not easy to see through. Anyone who got a 15 or more, which
Can't
looks
tell
like
that my character is a little.
everyone except for Irving.
Which I would like to imagine it was too busy explaining stuff on the walk.
Everyone except for Irving is aware that the scream came from the foundry, not the tavern.
I'll point with my sword.
Into the foundry we go.
Yeah, I'll go to the foundry.
Okay.
Drop.
Foundry is the right side.
Yeah. Are you opening the door?
I'll open it.
Okay.
I'm heedless
Oh,
of.
where's my token? I made it
Was it not
global.
You guys can roll initiative.
Oh
Nice.
damn, dude! I love starting with a bang.
Ugh.
Also, I forgot to take improved initiative.
I'll bring my buddy back again.
7.
I roll a separate initiative for the pet.
No. Richard, you do, but to start, I'm just going to have it go on the same initiative as
I
you.
thought you
Well, to
rolled
be
it.
fair, we have the same initiative.
Yeah.
So if you
Technically, you do roll a separate initiative for it, but for ease of gameplay, we will generally just have you go at the same time.
okay.
Do hunter pets ever get intelligence?
They can. As with all animal companions, you can raise a stat one every 4 hit dice.
You can
I did
also
that with my
awaken it,
slug.
right?
Non-PFS. Is every other initiative entered?
Yeah.
I do.
We're missing one person.
It's me. Sorry. I need a token.
Oh,
Nah, I forgot.
not like we're all waiting for you or anything.
Not at all.
Hey,
What time of day is it, by the way?
Early evening.
time to
Okay.
wait. Okay. I'm just going to.
Oh man, the animal focus thing is really cool.
What?
I'm browsing hunter. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are.
Hunters are the best at animal companions.
Oh, for sure.
Hunters are consummate animal companion handlers.
Are hunters
Not
consummate
even.
slayers?
I will not give you that one.
No, they are not.
They are
No,
definitely
the
not.
Slayer is definitely the consummate slayer and also the consummate hunter. I mean,
They also could use a little bit of sneak attack dice in this equation.
You know, strangely enough, they kind of can with precise strike flanking. That's almost a sneak attack die.
What?
I
pretty
like
great.
that Eagles.
Sorry.
The thing has all of
Oh, dude.
his.
Richard, you start getting teamwork feats for free at the same level I do.
Okay, so Rainer, you're first.
Excuse me.
The door.
I already added.
The door
I already
is
added
open,
Zach
but you
to the
can't
list.
see in from where
The
you
door
are.
is open, and
Oh.
But
I will let
only-
you through.
Yeah, but only Ed has seen into the room, I think. And Ed sees
Is it
a.
a semi-humanoid automaton of some kind?
It is a 3-legged semi-humanoid automaton
Ooh.
that is got one arm. The other one is gone and just sparking wires and stuff is
Oh.
coming out of it.
Hmm. Okay, 5, dead.
I would
50,
communicate
going
that
in.
clearly by saying, "Oh,
25. I can only go this far for 30.
So it's like
okay, I'm
it's
gonna move.
got like tripod legs. It's got like 3 evenly spaced legs that kind of go up, and then they have that weird spiky joint, and then like a piston going down. And then they've got a central. It's a central torso. Had 2 arms, but one of them is missing, and it's got kind of a cylindrical head with eye camera thing on one end.
Cool. I'm gonna double move and say, you gotta run deep back here.
Those, by the way, are active foundry areas. So those are giant melted metal fire things. Just-
Okay, as long as I'm not standing on top of it.
It's very, very warm in here.
Okay.
it's getting hot in here."
It sounds like a bull rush action.
45, 50.
Oh no!
Next day. I can't make it.
Okay.
Wait,
Caitlin?
aren't you a barbarian?
Okay.
Yes.
You never get
Barbarian
the bonus 10 because she's
Barbarian
wearing
what?
medium armor.
Yeah.
She moves normal because
But she's a dwarf, so she at least gets to.
Yeah. I at least get 30 feet now.
Okay. So, Caitlin is gonna go inside.
Nice.
now that you're in the room, also
Uh-huh.
you see Val is cowering kind of back there. She's hiding. She's slightly injured.
Sure. Can I see through these yellow things?
Yeah, they're like fires with big cauldrons of metal chained above them.
Sweet.
Sure. I am going to. So I've done 10. Let's see. This would be 20. We'll go with 25, 30. Now to instruct the pet to do stuff, like to give it, because right now I'm guessing it's on heal or something because it's just been following me around.
That's a good, good suggestion. Yes.
It's a move action to tell it to do something,
What?
or is that I don't know. Do I just get to give it commands for free during my
Kind
turn?
of. I mean, it's an animal companion. It's not a normal animal.
So I'm pretty sure it responds to audio commands, and I'm pretty sure talking is free.
Okay, so
Okay, so Lee is wrong.
Oh, that's what I get.
But you are you okay.
I'm sorry.
To make an animal do something, you generally have to give it a command specifically.
Okay.
Giving a command is generally a move action. I say generally because it follows animal companion rules as well, and you are a druid type because of how it works. So to make an animal do anything is generally a move action handle animal check.
Okay.
But because it's an animal companion and you have it as a class feature, you can do it more easily. So have you looked at the handle animal skill?
Yes. And so handle animal is a DC of 10 normally.
Mm-hmm. So it's a DC of 10 to make it do any trick it normally knows, and it is, I believe it is a free action once per turn for a druid/hunter.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and attack with my, since I've moved, and then I'm going to use attack as my standard action. And does the cauldron make my impose any kind of penalty to me attacking?
What?
Does the cauldron thing with the fire?
It will give cover to shoot over those birds.
Okay, I am gonna shoot.
Okay.
So if you need to apply cover, then you do that, right? So let me do that. Make sure I got the right. Within 30 feet. Yes.
Shoot her.
Okay, a druid ranger or hunter can handle their animal as a free action instead of a move action, and push it as a move action instead of a float round action.
Got it. So I'll do the free action next, but I shot with a 19. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I rolled 6 damage.
Okay. Your arrow kind of pings and makes a weird metallic noise, but it does cause some sparks to shoot out of its arm.
Okay. Then as a free action, I want to order it to... Actually, I'm just going to let my pet stay on heal, so it'll stay near me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what it is, and I don't want to make it be in danger yet.
Are you done?
I am done.
I like to imagine that you also don't want it to be like those birds that fly over the solar plant near Vegas.
The solar plant? No, it does not need to be over there.
Hachi to the machi.
It kind of does this weird twirling walk where the 3 legs kind of spin around this weird torso and do that funky weird tripod run.
What?
Okay.
And it will go right up to you, and its good arm flips out into a buzzsaw and is going to swing it at you.
Ah!
Oh man, shit! We need to remember how cones work.
You're looking for a 16 or
It
better.
misses you, but the table behind you, the buzzsaw sinks into it. Wood dust goes flying, and that table is pretty severely damaged.
Okay.
Then Suo,
Is it possible to inhabit the same square as that anvil?
you would be squeezed in that square, or you could stand on top of it with an acrobatics check.
Both of those are kind of non-starters for me. Damn. Okay, what am I gonna do here? 5, 10, 15, minimum.
I'm gonna grab water real quick.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna cast guidance on myself. since I can't get close enough to it.
Zekelzent?
There goes Zeal go.
Zekelzent.
Mm.
I'm gonna call him Zek.
I think Ebo chose that name as payback back to me specifically.
Zekelzent is pretty easy to say.
Which
though.
I am totally fine with.
Your
Zekelzent.
Swerveneblin's name was a cheeky reference to the weird pronunciation of Welsh stuff.
That's true.
Yes,
Yes, it was.
it was.
I still like that weather guy video. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Most impressive.
Oh man, that guy did it like 100% right.
Should I make a knowledge check
Baller.
on this?
Knowledge engineering.
No shit.
Yep.
Creature knowledge is engineering.
Yep.
That is something I should have thought of.
Okay, I am going to hit it with a ray of fire.
You're not gonna make a knowledge check?
No.
Okay.
Part of the fun of playing in Gnome, though, is having a screwy name and nobody liking you.
Yeah, I did it.
Everybody.
I like that. Yeah, I did it. You totally did it, Evo. Good job.
Nope.
No, you didn't do it.
A 3 will miss. Tomag.
Right. I'm gonna 1, 2,
Buckle my shoe.
3, 4.
Shut the door.
Teleport.
I'm gonna move there, and do I have any? I'm gonna cast Virtue on my good friend Bensuo.
I wonder what that does.
It gives you 1 temporary hit point for a minute.
Irving.
I'm done.
Hey, every little bit
For a minute until you use it up.
That's true.
No, I understand.
I wanted to
temporary.
It
clarify.
doesn't give me damage reduction 1 for a minute.
25 on
One.
engineering.
45.
25 on engineering.
It's like, holy.
What game is Jeff
Still
playing?
great. Still great.
Wait. No. Forgot about that. 31.
31. Okay.
That's
Holy
bullshit.
moly.
It is a repair drone, though it does look like it is malfunctioning. This is a variant Clockwork Servant, neutral medium construct robot.
Okay.
Now it's an
3
unrepaired
questions.
drone?
How do I turn it off?
I'm going to be a little bit more specific on questions at times in this game than in PFS, so I'm less likely to give you, like, you ask for everything, I might give you a couple of things.
How do I turn it off?
You would either need to have some sort of command override thing, which you don't have,
Okay.
or you break it.
Okay. Weaknesses to break it.
Weaknesses. It is currently malfunctioning. This is giving it massive penalties. It is removing most of its damage reduction. It is removing 3 of its special abilities.
Okay.
It is vulnerable to critical hits. It is vulnerable to electricity.
Wait, is it particularly vulnerable to critical hits?
It is particularly vulnerable to critical hits.
This is the greatest monster I've ever seen.
And it is also vulnerable to electricity. One more question, Jeff.
I don't know. Special attacks. Yeah.
Buzzsaw Slam.
Okay. Sweet.
Jeff, you also, since your first question is how do you turn it off, the first step in turning it off would be speaking Androfan.
Oh. Okay. Well. Yeah. He'll say electrify
40% of the way
it, and then he's gonna try fruitlessly to shoot it, and Rainer can go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's like maybe precise shot in the future.
It's gonna be a while.
I got nothing cool like that, so
Are you good at hiding?
I'm just gonna smack the shit out of it.
I mean, you can also flank with the bird just to give you some tactics.
Does the bird actually?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I know, that's what I'm telling you.
It's a medium-sized.
Rory threw
Even if it was a small
Yeah, that's
size,
fine.
you could still flank with it.
It's
Yep.
medium-sized El Diablo.
I have a peacock familiar that just is there for flanking at this point.
Does the bird have
It
And also
Anyway.
maybe to eat
Familiar.
a fireball.
Swing away, buddy! Holy fuck!
He's vulnerable to critical hits, not fumbles.
No, apparently not. I'm just saying his arm
Okay.
got twisted in his beard and he tripped forward.
Caitlin is going to now probably notice that Val is in that corner, and she's going to go ahead and 5-foot step over here.
Okay.
Let's see. I think that what's the penalty for firing when you're in melee?
It takes an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay,
That would be the penalty.
She is going to.
The penalty is death.
In most cases, it's the worst penalty.
Let's see.
Or sometimes it's no penalty.
Especially if the Lich is carrying a touch spell.
She is
That's
going to drop her bow and use her move action to draw a kukri. No, what did I have? Did I have a kukri? No, a machete. I had a machete.
Machete?
And
Caitlin,
I think I can
improvise.
still attack because dropping the bow is a free action, right? So I'm going to do that.
Like how that was a beat. That was pretty good.
Does 15 hit?
Yes.
She does 2 damage, which I imagine is not enough.
That does kind of create a weird little gash, and you see the lightning spark out of its back, and the camera eye lens kind of there's a
Oh, he does like a Johnny 5?
and it focuses on you.
Okay. Now, you said as a free action, I can use a handle animal with my pet to direct it to a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I need to roll the handle animal, right?
What is your modifier?
It is not 10. It is. I have a 4 for handle animal.
Yes. Okay. You have successfully given it a command.
I'll say, "Comet attack," or however I do it, and then
Uncommon.
on Comet. There you go. That'd be perfect. And
Love
Comet is going to take a full attack. Let's see.
Is that the noise a rock makes?
What
It's a claw bite.
what is Birdman's?
I'm
Oh.
guessing only the 18 hit.
Man.
Old Birdman's hawk pet.
Yeah,
Oh,
little-
man.
that is the icon you should be using. The 18 does hit.
Or just the hippo.
And
from
then
Birdman.
4 damage from the bird.
Okay, it sparks everywhere. One of its legs starts kind of twitching uncontrollably. It's still standing.
Okay.
It's almost falling down.
I'm done with my turn, and so is Comet.
Oh,
Oops,
it's going to
sorry.
take a wild swing at Comet.
Okay.
And emit a high-pitched keening noise.
17 is not high enough. If it's 17.
It does not.
Fire.
Then it swings at, and the blade sinks into the anvil a couple of inches before it pulls it out.
What?
Is me?
It's duo.
I am going to take a furious, destructive, power attack, ferocious thing. It has got tons of add-ons. Trust me, I have a bunch of things.
Are you also vital striking?
It's a power attack, and I'm not gonna be reducing my attack bonus to do it. And I'm
You're
also
also
gonna be adding
flanking with
damage
me.
if I hit. Yahoo! Which is good because my attack rolls aren't actually that good for a guy who wants to be a melee man. So I'm
Dude,
getting,
neither am I.
Melee man.
My attack
Melee
bonus
cleared
is
for the
4.
best.
We don't have a single person in this party with a full bab. Oh no, Raynor has full bab. Nice.
Comet has a full bab.
What the?
Comet does not have a full bath.
I know, I just said that.
I got 9.
Okay.
Toads have full map.
Zeklazent?
That would have
I'm
been insane if
going
I
to
did. I would have done so much
Attack it
damage.
with the ray of frost fire. Does it?
Ray of Frostfire?
Yeah. That's actually what I have it written down as.
Hmm?
What is attacking into melee?
-4.
Or
You'll get caught up in the frost fire.
Nomag?
Okay, so I can't stand on the anvil, right?
You can with acrobatics.
dude, are you agile?
I'm wearing scale mail and wearing a heavy shield. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity.
That's a yes.
Dude.
So you're provoking from it.
Yes, I am. Everyone is taking up all the good spots.
Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, we're making a Purina logo of Carnage over here.
It clips you with a buzzsaw for 3 damage.
All right. I will grunt, but not complain.
Fine.
And then I'm going to hit it with a longsword.
Sort
Okay.
of like the opposite of a Swiss flag of Carnage.
Does a 17 hit it?
It does.
At least the bird's happy.
Bird is super happy.
6 damage.
And it drops.
Man, I would have annihilated it.
I would like to order Comet down.
Down Comet. Down Blitzer.
Yes.
Raynard's
He will
just
he will
grumbling.
listen to you. Generally, like controlling for simple things like that, I'm not gonna worry about rolling. You will control it outside of combat.
I just didn't want you to say that it kept attacking the robot after.
Yeah, it hisses at you and keeps eating the robot.
No, why didn't I learn down?
They hiss.
Birds hiss when they're angry.
Big birds.
I will try to cover up
Birds that eat a lot
Raynor's.
of the time.
I'll try to aid Raynor in covering up his embarrassment by handing him a flask of booze.
You didn't hear my
I'd like to
description
help.
with my 4 tankers?
I would like to help Vala.
I mean, she's slightly bruised. She'll stand up at that point. She's fine. Thank you for coming and helping.
What
Or-
happened?
I mean, I walked into the foundry to put out the fires so that nobody's using them, and it stood up and started beating on the wall. I walked over to try to stop it, and it hit me.
Is this the thing that was brought back recently?
Yeah, Connor brought this back last time he went down, but he hasn't come back again yet.
What was Connor doing with it?
Jeff, you would know that Connor is a bit of a experimenter.
Eccentric?
He collects technological things. He does a bit of magic. He makes them work together sometimes.
He tinkers.
He tinkers with stuff.
Collects hazardous plot hooks.
Is this one of those
And then
androids that I've been
disappears.
hearing about?
Yeah, it's like I am robot. Oh my god, we're screwed.
What was that, Richard?
She's gonna ask if this is one of those androids that she's been hearing about.
No. This is just an automaton.
Because I had heard that there was androids hiding amongst the town, but I didn't know if they
I
looked like
certainly-
this.
I
if
certainly
they could
don't
really hide.
think there are androids in town, but it's possible.
I mean, it's just what I've heard.
Irving, do you think there's anything you can figure out by looking at it, or is this more or less settled business?
We can pour over his research and try and see maybe what reason or what purpose he had in there other than trying to turn the light back on.
How did this thing get
Why
here?
are you here, Irving?
We're gonna go look for Conrad.
Connor?
Connor, sorry.
I call him Conrad. It's a special.
Somehow, hey, you
Well,
are.
I hope you find him. I shut down the tavern. I can't tend it on my own.
Connor sounds like he did an awful lot around here.
He's kind of the backbone of the community in many ways. He's the one who made the filtration at the palace also.
He didn't tell you anything more specific about what he was after, did he?
No, he didn't. He was only here a day or two before he went back down. He didn't get much work done in between. He was very excited about it. He thought he could make that automaton start working again. Did some tinkering with it before he left, but it didn't get up or walk or anything. If you're heading down into the Black Hill Caves, I've shut down the tavern already. You're welcome, if you don't have places to stay, you're welcome to stay there.
Well, how
That's
soon
very
were we
kind of
thinking
you.
about going? Not tonight, right?
Why not tonight?
I don't know. I'm asking.
if we can get a hold of the cleric, we should go as soon as possible.
Well,
There's no use in sponging up any more comfort. We're just wasting time.
well, if you're planning on spending the night here later tonight, I can get the fire going and lay out bedrolls for you. Place to come back to, at least.
That sounds nice.
I'm okay with a roof over my head.
A good warrior knows when his companions at arms are marching in a different direction. So I'll stay if that's what we want.
Well, I think
Time is of the essence.
if we want to be efficient,
Which
then
means
we'll
we're
go
not gonna
there
be
tonight,
for a
and
whole day.
we'll go there today and come back tonight.
Well, if we can go for 4 hours or less, we can probably
It would help a lot.
exploit the priest's magic and perhaps get some valuable intelligence. It seems like there's definitely something in there that is taking everyone by surprise. And if we can figure out what that information is and hit it with full strength, then I bet we can surmount the challenge.
I agree.
So yes, perhaps we can visit this cleric and go as soon as possible, and then settle up any business with the junkyard or the visiting the site of the torch afterward, maybe tomorrow.
I think just going in and coming out will provide the people with a little bit of boost to their morale.
Morale is important.
Roy, I'll try and make sure that that bot's not gonna turn back on or anything.
Oh yeah, it's been beheaded.
Oh,
Would you
awesome.
like my help prying any more parts off of it?
No, not right now.
I mean, it's
Better
basically
things to
missing
do.
an arm, a leg, and a head.
It seems like it would be contrary to the Numerian way to throw it into the foundry.
Well,
There might be some parts in there that someone would like to forge into some sort of monstrosity.
Or it
Just
might
so
end
long
up
as it's
working
not-
and be fine.
Well, I
just
don't
so
think it's
long
going to
as-
get up again anytime soon.
Just so long as it's not a danger to this young lady or any of the other people.
We'll leave it here for now. We have business.
All right.
Shall we continue on?
Yeah, I'll get the room set up for you. It's just right next door. I'll move from the tables aside and lay out some bedrolls, and I'll get breakfast for you also.
That would be most
Thank you.
appreciated, Les.
All right, well, let's continue then.
I can get breakfast, but Connor would be mad if I gave you free alcohol. You have to pay for that.
Oh, that's fine. And he'll reveal all like 4 tankards that he has just ready to go for his own
If there's
stuff. His water skin is full of it.
if there's a thirst when we get back, there will be a coin or two in it, I'm sure.
Good. And she'll bustle out of the room.
Which is closer, the Temple of
something
Brig?
or other.
Is it Brig?
Brig.
Brig or the
Brig.
Crowfeather Palace? Which is closer?
Temple of Brig is 17. That's over on the east side. The palace is closer.
Well, we should try the palace, I suppose. That's where we were set.
Actually, I don't know. They're both pretty similarly close. We have to go around the lake on the southeast side anyway, so I guess they're both pretty close. I don't know.
I mean, they're not terribly far. We might as well check the temple, since if
It's
the
on the way.
temple isn't, well, I was going to say if we go to the palace, we're wasting as much or more time if he winds up being at the temple. And if he's not at either one, we'll probably find out where he is at the temple more easily.
Does anyone want to make knowledge religion to know about Brig?
Heck
I'd look.
yes. I have that.
And does
I
anyone
will
make
leave
knowledge
that
from
to you guys.
locals know about the Crowfeather Palace?
I'm a clerk.
I'll do local.
I technically have knowledge religion. 12.
I'm a religion.
Ed has technically as much religion as I do.
Hey, shush. Shush your mouth.
Sounds like a
And
bad
Irving is a
religion.
Do you have
goddamn
any-
cheater.
Do you have
12
any
is enough to
intelligence?
tell you. 12 is enough to tell you that Brig is the goddess of invention.
Hmm.
And jail.
15 would tell you that she seems to have a particular penchant for clockworks and constructs.
I like Brig well enough.
Ugh. I'm sure that Brig is fine, but come on. We all know that there's one true God.
Goram.
Gorham? Yeah, heck yeah.
There's one true god, and his name is Battle.
Well,
Jeff, you would know some things about the Crowfeather Palace since you're a cheating investigator.
Do you get that D6 on everything?
Only, I think when he wants to use an
It's,
investigation
it's complicated.
or inspiration. I think it's called inspiration.
On
It's dope.
knowledge, linguistics, and spellcraft, I don't have to spend anything. If I'm
Yeah.
trained.
Yes. He gets some things are free, some things for normal, and some things cost double.
And that eventually goes away.
Which part of it?
The costing part.
Crowfeather Palace, Jeff, is a building that has been built to remove the tainted portion of the contaminated waters, so to make the lake more drinkable. So it is a water treatment plant, effectively.
oh,
Okay.
Wow, they have a really fancy name for it. Everywhere I go, they just call it the place that kind of smells like poo.
Jeff, what you would know additionally is until fairly recently, weird birth defects, strange afflictions, and incurable diseases that would happen just seemingly randomly to some people was very common in Torch. Since Connor Bain built this what they call the Crowfeather Palace, the water not only tastes better, but those afflictions and birth defects have been drastically reduced in the town.
Oh.
He worked with Brig to make it, which is one of the reasons that the priests of Brig, they worked together to make it. This is why he'd be at the Crowfeather Palace or at the temple, because the priest tends to the palace as well.
Okay.
Right back.
That's what you know.
well, why don't we go to the temple? See if we can find this priest.
Okay. You're going to head to the temple.
That's what I'd like to do.
Bronze wind chimes and clockwork statues decorate the domed portico of this compound dedicated to the goddess of invention. It's a modest sized, but for the town, fairly nice looking building.
Okay.
Doors are open.
I guess we're going in.
Oh,
Does it seem like there's anything going on inside from the outside?
I mean, like, service isn't currently happening. If that's
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we weren't interrupting anything.
Nope. Yeah, you can walk in. You see so this book puts the NPC descriptions on a different section than the location descriptions, which is better than a lot of the PFS stuff, but it still takes a little bit of flickering back and forth in the book.
That's fine.
Where are you? Older. He's past his prime. Man, human, starting to go bald, but as you walk in, he'll give you a friendly smile. He's got a holy symbol of Brig on clearly displayed. And he'll, welcome. Come. What brings you to the Temple of Brig?
We were sent by Dolga.
Oh, Dolga sent you. And young Zekelzent, I haven't seen you for a while.
He might be away.
Well, Zeckles
No,
and
I'm
Soft.
Sorry. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Trying to do two jobs, as it were, making sure that the palace keeps running. But that's why Dolga sent you, right?
We'd like to
Yeah.
gain entry. Heard it was a bit of a swim.
It is a bit of a swim. I'd be happy to help with the breathing issue, as it were. With 6 of you, it'll only last 4 hours across the lot of you.
Is that enough to at least get in, or is that hopefully enough
I
to
don't
get
think
your
it'll
hand
be
out?
more than 10 minutes of swimming, but
It's really just getting back out then.
well, yeah, getting in, getting back out. I don't think you don't want to accidentally get a mouthful of the water, and you up that far north in the stream, it's not going to be purified at all.
Are there any other hazards with the water we should know about?
Try not to drink it and don't stay in it too long. It can cause some strange things to drink the water, to bathe in it.
What has happened to people that have done those things?
Weird growths, get sick and die, go crazy. Lots of minor afflictions and maladies as well, but figured you were more interested in the worst case scenarios.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Well, I've got a few things that I can sell you if you're interested as well. But from the looks of you, kind of gives you once over. Might be a little bit too early to talk about that.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you accepted IOUs, because otherwise, I don't know.
No, but I've got a few things, magical and technological here, that are for sale, if you're interested.
Is there anything for loan?
Nothing for loan, but I'd be happy to cast the spell for free.
Oh, that'll do.
That'll do just fine.
He rummages underneath the altar and pulls out a rod and fiddles with some gears on the side of the rod. Are you ready to go now, or were you going to stop by any other place in town first?
We're going to explore now.
It's getting a little bit late out. Might get more dangerous at night, but you're the adventurers. I'm just the village priest.
Well, we'll
Every
try to
place
be
gets
back
more
at least
dangerous.
within 4 hours.
We'll spread word far and wide that we've made it out so that people can at least feel some comfort that not everybody's dying in there.
That would be helpful if you can get Connor back alive. That's what we would really need, though. I can keep the palace running, but I can't do much else.
If something goes wrong, you would need him.
Yeah. And I can't make any of the other improvements that he's talked about around town.
Well, that's why we're going now and not tomorrow. Who knows if he's been eating or anything.
Good, good. He'll use the rod and casts a spell. Spellcraft, if you'd like.
Ooh. I have that. No, I don't.
I
never
do
mind.
have that.
I didn't take that crap.
I'm going to be 22. Is it water breathing?
Don't worry, Zach.
Dominate. No, yeah, it's water breathing.
I was going to say, like, detect alignment.
It's water
Yeah.
breathing, and he seems to be using the rod to extend it.
Nice. All right.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
We're
I'll have
going to do our best.
I'll have one prepared each day. So if you need to go in tomorrow or the day after or the next day, I'll just keep one ready each day.
Thank you. I think we will be needing to make more than one expedition to do this correctly.
Okay.
Let's not waste any time.
Are you guys heading
Hustling.
to the Weeping Pond?
Heck yeah.
Yep.
I
As
mean,
quickly as my stubby little legs will
that
carry me.
is about what? 1,500 feet away, according to this map. So it takes a while, but not a huge. Actually, you probably don't want to approach it from the side you're on.
No.
It's a fairly steep slope, and then a second fairly steep slope. So you actually have to go back down, cross the bridge, and go all the way back up on the side. So you're here, and you're going to want to go like this.
Yeah.
because this is a really steep slope here.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yep.
Okay,
But we'll try not to waste more time than we need to getting there.
sure.
And we can save some time by going directly into the lake and swimming the rest of the way. We can also maybe get lead poisoning that way.
Nice.
This is a placid-looking pond. The surface is almost eerily dead. Very few ripples. It's in a crescent-shaped escarpment, so that's down. The map is a little bit weird with this. That's down slope to where the pond is coming out of, so it's kind of like in a dish.
Mm-hmm. A little crater.
It's coming out from this own little tiny crater. And you see a channel coming out of the side of the hill is feeding into the pond, and the pond has a further stream leading out of it heading south.
So wait. As we're walking up to this, I'll just say, this thing has been here for over 100 years, and nobody has thought to go in through here?
The impression I got was that the channel was not quite so obviously leading to a passage until someone discovered footprints.
Sadly, the person that we like is the person who discovered it second.
Yes, we heard tell of many feet going in there. What do we think?
If I had to take a hunch, I would say, it's either Nosy Adventurers or the Technic League.
Too many to be adventurers.
The League, then. I don't know if anyone else has a vested interest in this place.
We need to try to find Connor, and we need to try to find out what happened to the torch.
Either unwilling or unintentional or intentional sabotage is my best guess.
I'm going to try to find something in the area around the passage that a length of rope could be tied securely around.
There's some dead trees up the slope a ways. If you have an extra 30 feet, you could tie it to a tree.
I have 100 feet, so
Sure.
I will try to tie it around the securest thing I can find. If a tree is it, I will.
Basically, a lot of the trees in this area grow warped and stunted and very big, but they seem pretty sturdy despite that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
There's probably metal inside of them.
I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the coil of rope over one arm and take the opposite end and tie it as securely as I can around one of my javelins.
Okay.
So that I can stick it into something if it runs out before we get out of the water all the way.
Sure.
And then, yeah, I'm ready to go in. There shouldn't be any risk with the magic protecting us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking around, or are you just gonna dive in?
I guess I'll look around.
Hey, can I take a look around to see if there's any tracks?
I want to look at the footprints.
Survival.
Survival?
Hmm.
Not me.
I'm really rolling in those 12 today. Actually, that's an 11. I only get 6 on survival.
24.
Shit.
Yeah, you see the tracks of several people who climbed into who seemed to mill around the bank, and then a lot of them went into the water close to where this entrance is, and then none of them of that first group seemed to come back. You've seen since then, it's been really hard to see very much details, but several other groups have gone in, and at least one group came out.
I'm going to look around at our feet. I'm going to say, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, a lot more tracks going in than coming out.
Well, Allie mentioned it because we're doing exactly what they were doing. Milling around on the bank, and then going in close to the entrance.
We're going to be careful.
What we're going to be is alive. It'll touch his holy symbol.
All right. I don't think there's any reason to mill around while we have the time ticking.
I agree.
Is everyone in global?
Oh, I'm going.
Is everyone global?
I'm global.
Oh, global? It better be.
I see
Fuck yeah, I'm global.
There are 2 Rainers.
I don't know why there's 2.
Well, originally she
you
had
made
one
one
that was
global and one
global,
wasn't
and then it
global.
didn't come, so she had to make another one and make that one global. So now I think we have both of the global Rainers.
So
Okay,
while we're
deleting
here,
that one.
yeah, choose one to be global to be yourself, and
Yep.
destroy the other for all time.
Both are still global, and I deleted one of them, so we'll see what happens.
That's right. I like this Rainer better because it says Unchained Barbarian in his description.
Okay, let's see if this works. You guys see a bunch of blackness map?
Yeah.
It looks like crude scribbling. Is it crude scribbling?
Oh yeah, definitely crude scribbling.
I love crude scribbles.
Harold and the Cripple Crane.
It was crude scribbling or dynamic lighting on short notice, and went with crude scribbling instead.
That is the smarter move. On short notice, absolutely.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Richard. The rock did not get included in the water breathing. Would you have asked for it to be included?
Well, I would have if I lived in my character's shoes and was so used to having the bird with me all the time.
Then you will have less than 4 hours of time.
What is the time going to be instead?
That would be 3 hours apiece only then.
That's fine.
So choose your marching order to enter this cave, or should I say swimming order?
Keeping a bird underwater, because that's really sad.
Birds can swim.
Says who?
I
They
watched
don't-
a video of an eagle swimming the other day.
I bet that is
Did he
awkward
do
as
good?
hell.
It is awkward looking. It all like
Well-
flaps its wings and then flops into the water.
Ew.
It'll get a diving start.
Did you get any indication as to why
Nope,
an eagle swim?
I didn't listen to the video. I just saw it.
I'm going to look it up later.
So the narration might as well have said, "This eagle's a dumb jerk."
So
You know you can fly.
Caitlin and the comment are staying out of the cave.
No, I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Oh, you said put your
The
marching
cave
order
entrance
while
is
you're
to the
doing
south.
it.
I was typing to
Passive
you, I
aggressive
think,
way
while
to
you were
do that,
saying
by the way.
things. So,
Hmm.
just put them near other people?
I mean,
Wait,
you should
We
be in
should
a
let the
square.
person with dark vision probably go first.
You should be in a square, and basically, you're underwater at this point. You're going in underwater.
Okay.
I don't want to be first, but I
I
would
meant
like
to
to
grab
be
myself.
pretty close to first. I think this super.
I am also fine going first. I have a very high AC
Yeah,
and-
there you have it.
and reasonable hit points.
I'll go second or third or fourth if somebody really, really wants to go.
So who's going first?
I'm going first, I guess.
Okay. Who's going second? Yeah, that right there is fine.
I'll go
Oh,
second.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I go
And-
further?
Comment will go
Oh, Richard.
I'll be somewhere in the middle so
Why?
anybody behind me can follow since I have dark vision.
Why, Richard? Why?
What?
What's the matter?
You're not snapping to grid.
Oh, I haven't been snapping the grid for a while.
Oh my god! Rah!
I thought it was
know.
something super important to what we're doing right
It
now.
is.
I always.
It's actually easier to move through a wiggly tunnel like this when you're not snapped.
I disagree.
Doesn't really matter unless the dynamic.
All right, how far?
lighting is-
Tell me when I should
Okay.
stop.
Well, you guys should stop before you've moved at all. I was determining marching
Oh,
order.
okay.
And then I was going to say something, so everybody has to go back.
Yes, spring the trap on me.
There you go.
Spring it.
Okay. So everyone needs to make swim checks.
Okay.
Yeah!
Sure.
Okay, shit.
Oh, them penalties.
Well, penalties. Damned. I'm gonna just make it. And I rule.
12?
I'm the best swimmer.
Do I
Ever
see
try?
a 9?
Yeah, that's me.
We do have a rope.
Rope doesn't make you swim.
We have a rope that can help us out.
Oh, Zekozant is the winner. Wonderful.
No, Zeke.
Rainer, you're not making any progress. You're kind of floundering in the water there. But Zekelzent, you kind of sink like a gnome and
Like a gnome
don't
in water?
resurface.
Out.
You can't say that because you were underwater.
Well, I'm not
can-
going under.
You can
If
breathe
I
water.
could. If-
Guys,
Well, we know he weighs
Okay.
more than a duck.
It is very murky water. Visibility is about 5 feet as you're swimming.
Oh, this is a question I should have asked before we got in the water. Is this water like super dirty?
Oh yeah, it's really kind of. Oh, I'm sorry. You should have. Yes, I should have mentioned that. This water smells like sulfur and vinegar, and is like black particulates floating in it. So it's very dark, scummy
I'm
looking.
breathing
water.
this?
And you're breathing this because you're using water breathing.
I'll breathe through gritted teeth. I'll get
Oh,
most of the
wonderful.
particles
And
out.
it, like I said, it smells like rotted eggs and vinegar.
It's like we're swimming in toot water.
When the GM leaves out information and leads you astray.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Eat it, Arby.
cancer's gonna happen. No big deal, guys.
Okay, so here's the thing.
So the
You guys-
gnome disappears.
You guys know because you can see within 5 feet, so he's not going to totally disappear, and there's almost no current. The current is very, very slow coming out of this kind of seepage here. There is some, but very little. You guys can get in. You're not going to drown because you're water breathing, but it will take you some time to get to the tunnel because 2 of you are not very effective swimmers. So I'm going to move Lee to here. This is where you guys can follow behind him. And that's when you're getting through the underground tunnel, and you're in about, you're kind of coming out of a weird shaft, getting to a point that you're in about waist-high water. So head deep water for Zekelzent, and neck deep water for Rainer. But that's when you kind of get to a space of open area. Dampness still hangs in the air, condensing into heavy moisture on the slick stone walls. The calm, dark waters wind around to the east up north along a stony, soot-scarred beach. A 5-foot-high ledge sporting several stalagmites rises to the east, beyond which a low-ceiling cave beckons. So you can see that little rise leads up to another section, and the cave also continues off down this direction. However, more immediately visible would be the 3 glowing red beetles that kind of skid around as you pop out of the water.
Yeah.
Oleg is gonna make that exact noise.
I'm rolling high on my initiatives. and
Are we
nothing else.
initiativing?
Oh
We
my
got some battles.
Ah. God damn it.
Man, Benswell, if you worshipped a better deity,
A better deity than Gorham? I doubt it.
well, I mean, I'm just saying. My preparedness is off the charts.
Saying
Comparatively.
that you have a bonus to initiative from your god?
No,
Okay.
but
Caitlin.
the D20s roll better because my deity's better.
Okay, so you said that if the dwarf is like neck high, I'm like waist high, or what is?
So the square Lee is in is the last square of deep water. After that square, going further into the cave, it is only about 2 feet of water.
Okay, so I can pass him and be on 2 foot of water here?
Yes, but you would have to make a swim check to try to move currently.
Oh, I would like to do that.
Okay, so you can swim at half speed as a move action.
Okay, but first I have to make the check.
Yeah, because if you fail the check, then you can't move.
Does 9 fail the check?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm not going to move,
So that's your move action.
and I'll try again.
Sure. So you can move up to half your speed as swim, and then if
Okay.
you have movement remaining, so that would be 10 feet, and that would be a difficult terrain basically, but no swim checks after that. So like walking to the river is difficult terrain.
Okay, sure. Let's see. I've only gone 10 feet, but now I'm not, or this is still difficult.
Yeah, all of the water is difficult terrain, but you don't have to make swim checks to move around.
Okay, I'm going to just kind of sidestep upward a little bit and stop my movement there.
Okay. As you enter the cave, the foul-smelling air makes the eyes water and kind of gets stuck in your throat. And you can make a fortitude save.
I will do that. 21.
Okay, you managed to shake it off.
Okay. I'm gonna have, I guess, Comet try to get out of the water too.
Comet can make a swim check.
Okay.
I have a feeling this is not Comet's best check.
I mean, it's not terrible. There you go.
Sure.
Oh, nailed it. You go, Comet.
Comet's going to.
So that's 30 feet.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. That's as far as it can go, I think.
Okay. Rainer?
Alright, gotta make a swim check.
Mm-hmm. You're fine. You can move at half speed, basically, through the
Alright,
swimming.
which is gonna be 10 because I'm not on land, so. 5, 10. And then I can do it again if I want to do full movement, right?
Yeah, you don't need to roll again. You can just
Oh, okay.
go in.
Oh, I could have had the bird do another movement. Damn it.
Alright, that's as far as I can go because that's 2 diagonals. So.
Irving?
10?
You're good. Yep.
Oh,
You found the magic number.
I'm not snapped.
Screw snapping. Don't need it.
I know who to attack.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm done. I'm trying to snap my guy.
All right.
Is that a double
So-
move for you, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. Tomag? Are you...
I thought I was out of the deep water.
Yes, you are right.
10, 15, 20. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
I have to make that save.
Yes.
Is this against a poison?
Yes. Actually, the bird
Should I do that?
made it, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Iron Liver, go. I got a 14.
Okay.
Iron liver.
Yep. Gives me a +2 on saves against poisons and drugs, and +4 against the effects of alcohol.
Okay. You have a...
Comet got a 5.
Is
Comet
14 not
is-
enough?
no,
Okay.
14 is fine. Comet is slightly sickened upon emerging from the water.
Okay.
And gains the sickened condition.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I have hardy. I get a save versus poison too. Yeah.
Hey, Britt, don't forget that you also have fast movement.
I don't when I have land. When I'm on land. Or when I'm not on land, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Tomag,
Let's see.
are you done?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Virtue on myself,
Okay.
and I'm done.
Zekelzent? I want to see Zekelzent drown despite the water breathing spell.
He rolls a -1.
Okay. You can try again. It's a move action. You can move
See.
half speed forward. Bensuo?
I guess I kind of missed what is going on here. We're in the deep water until it gets kind of light up there near the beach.
Where the
Yeah,
bird
one
Right
side of
underneath the bird is
Is
the last square.
That's the
So,
last square of difficult.
I mean, I can barely move. Is it pitch dark?
In the water, yes. The beetles are shedding light.
All right, I'm gonna try to make a swim check, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's 10 enough.
10 is enough.
Okay. And is the okay? First of all, is the square I'm in deep water or no?
That is the last square of deep water.
Okay, then I can't do anything else because I don't think
Second
I can
move?
get out. I mean, I don't think I can get past you guys.
You used 2 moves already, I think.
Oh.
No. I only used one. Would I have to make another swim check to
No.
exit this square?
Nope, that was the last square of swimming. The rest of it is, the water is difficult terrain, but not.
So, I mean, I can't get past you. I only have 20-foot movement, so half speed is not enough to get past you,
Oh,
and I
okay.
can't cast any spells, so I'm done.
You can cast spells. Your head is above water.
I'll cast bless.
Okay. On
I
the
fucking
beetles.
love
What?
Nothing.
Bring it on, beetle
everybody-
bitches.
So two of them rush forward. The one up on this ledge kind of does that waffle back forth a little bit. Try to figure out how to get down. And the two that run forward are going to attack. They're going to bite. So on Caitlin, that was a D30 almost. That would have been
1d30 rolls a
1d
25.
1d30 would have been cheating. And on Tomag, they're good at this.
They are not very good.
And then the guy's going to try to climb down, and he climbs down. No. Caitlin,
Okay.
Did a beetle just fail to climb?
but he didn't fall.
I guess.
Oh, you're right. No, he flies down.
I guess.
There you go, Rory.
I
I
guess.
forgot to look that if he had a fly speed. I knew he didn't have a climb speed, but he flies down.
I guess Caitlin is going to use a move action to pull out her machete and then attack.
Okay. So they are currently
Machete.
shedding lights as a torch. So there it is bright
It is
light.
Normal light.
It, as within 10 feet of them is bright light. Within 20, another up to 20 is dim light.
Okay, I rolled poorly.
Okay.
And I don't really know if the bird can get out of the way this way or not. Is it able to kind of fly after it gets out of the water?
Sure.
Does it have enough height to just
The
fly?
cavern is 10 feet up. So it can fly over, but it will definitely provoke.
Sure. Is it possible to get it to fly up, even if it provokes, to maybe not even try to attack, but just to get out of the square so people can?
Do you have a trick that tells it to do that?
A trick for it. Get out of the way.
No, I mean like I
Do you have
imagine.
like a flank trick?
Well, I have flank, but I don't.
Flank would get out to go to the other side of the opponent.
But they still provoke, you said.
Yeah, I
would-
mean I have it on heal right now, so I was gonna just try to get it out of the way near me still.
I mean, like moving right there is fine.
Okay, if you want to, if you have an attack of opportunities or whatever, you can do that.
No, I mean that's fine.
I'm just trying to get it out of the way.
Yeah, if you just move it there, that's fine. Are you
Okay.
done?
Yes.
Rainer?
I'm not even sure what I could do to move through all that.
You do a swim check, and then you should be able to at least move up to the square right behind Lee.
And that's
You
it.
can always
though.
try to bull rush them. You're gonna be real manly about it.
So,
How
Yeah,
big are
but
these beetles?
manly
Are
or
they,
get myself
small?
one
I mean,
shot.
either way, you got to do a swim check to keep going.
Right. No, I know that part, but
So you can at least move on to the light square below Lee, and
Right.
then you could do a second move after that if you wanted. Now that you're standing on shallow water, that's only or not shallow, but it's 2 feet deep.
yeah, no. I understand all that. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I guess I'm gonna have to
We're a little.
provoke
We're a
from
little.
all three.
It's
We're
meant to be a
bottlenecked
cramped
right now.
space, so you can also equip a weapon because you.
If you have a
Move.
bow,
Nope.
If you're trying to get into a melee range, you could attempt an overrun or a bull rush to try to either push it back or to move through its square. Either way will provoke an attack of opportunity.
From all three.
It's a combat maneuver check.
All right, well, guide me because I've never bull rushed anything in my
Let's
friggin'
do it.
life. So,
you'd make an attack using.
You make a combat
Attack.
maneuver bonus check.
Yeah.
You roll a d20 and add your CMB, which is your base attack bonus plus your strength modifier, plus any other modifiers you have.
So 4 for you.
right, I got it.
And you compare that to its CMD, and its CMD is greater than 7, so you fail to bull rush it, and you stop in the most adjacent square, which I'll have you bounce back to where you started, effectively, so you don't squeeze with your ally. Technically, you're supposed to fall prone in the square with your ally, I believe, but I'm not going to worry about that. and it still gets an attack of opportunity on you for you trying to do that.
Yay.
But it was worth the effort.
And I'm doing slightly better than the previous roll.
You have rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3, I think. Or no, a 2, a 3.
A 2, a 3, and a 3.
Nice.
Irving,
Oh, I fell.
you begin to drown, but it doesn't matter because you're breathing water.
Can I move
It's
that
probably
up?
still terrifying.
You could move into other squares to squeeze if you wanted to share a square with someone. Tomag?
All right, I am going to attack the one directly in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm blessed. Right in a critical?
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Does a 13 hit it?
It does.
All right, so I do 13 damage.
It dies.
All right, I'm gonna move 10.
They're gonna both attack you.
Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna move out here.
Hey, a 2 and a 19.
A 19 does hit.
Okay, one of them does manage to bite you. 3 damage.
All right, I'll take 3 damage. I am done.
Zekelzent. You swim. Is that it?
Excuse me.
Ebo, I'll let you, since you're small, you can be in one of those half squares if you'd like. That's fine. You only need to roll once for
I can move
for your-
there anywhere, right?
What?
I could move there anyway because it's only one diagonal.
I meant that's one movement for you, right?
Yeah.
You have a second move? I was saying you could be in the half squares since you're small.
Oh. No, my movement is only 20. I don't think I can make it there.
Oh, okay. Well, how many feet of that? That is that 10 feet of
20
movement?
total.
That's 20 total. So that's
I think that's right here.
10, 20. So you still have a second move, so you can move to there.
I could move there
Right. Is that what you want to do?
if I can. Sure.
Yep.
That's at 11.
You only need to make one swim check for your movement for the turn.
Oh, okay.
I'm only making you make one move check.
Cool.
I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna try to crush that guy with a greatsword.
Sure.
I'm gonna make a normal power attack without using any of my manifold other things that come into effect.
Why?
Because I only have a certain number of them per day, and because I think I can get this guy with just the regular power attack.
Okay. I
If I
believe.
hit, I'm not really all that faithful, that I will do.
I thought you were all about faith.
You should be, anyways. Maybe that's the problem.
No, he's all about war. War is faith.
He has faith in war, though.
Did you add your bless? Oh, it doesn't matter. I didn't even look at the roll.
The one next to Tomag is going to attack Tomag.
You're welcome to.
Oh, wow. And the other one will attack Bensul. 14?
Yep.
For a mighty 2 damage. Caitlin?
I feel
All right. Caitlin is going to get on to land. Let's go with...
You could probably move further.
No, I know. I'm just
Oh
deciding.
no, I
what
guess
wanna
they
do.
did attack, so they probably have their attack opportunities
No,
back.
that's probably true. Actually, maybe it's best if I just attacked here. I'm just gonna attack.
Okay.
I'm guessing 20 hits.
That'll hit.
6 damage.
Dies.
Okay, I am going to order Comet to attack. I'm going to assume this isn't a 5-foot step, so it's going to move and then attack.
Right. That would be 10
With
feet
a
of movement.
bite. Which would normally be +2, so it's +3 because of the bless. And 7 is probably not going to hit.
I think Bensu, I forgot to have you make a fortitude save. as you emerge from the water.
Sure.
Rainer?
I have to stand up this round.
Oh, thanks for mentioning that. I would have had a -2 to the.
He was saying that you weren't prone. Instead, you were knocked back.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so I can still actually move.
Like you kind of bounced instead of.
All right. I'm gonna leave that opening. Who's coming up next? Can I
If you get up
actually-
onto that square,
Rory,
you wouldn't.
if you're, are you okay if I creep up this way instead? Like, is that actual space? I can do that?
That'd be 30 feet of movement to get there, and it would provoke.
If you move straight up the middle, you won't provoke.
Yeah, just
No,
go right onto
As long as you
land.
move up right to
Yeah,
there.
I was just trying to see if there's a way I can get other people in there.
Oh.
But
No, I mean, if you move to the square right under the one that you're in right now, you won't provoke.
if it's a 2 feet of water, though, Rory, I'm
No,
that
no.
it-
It's difficult ground. That's the only thing that's gonna matter.
Okay, so it's still gonna be the thing. All right, that's fine.
What are you trying to do? I don't get it.
No, I was just trying to see if I can make extra space. That's all.
If you're gonna move there, you'll provoke. If you move there, you won't.
Well, I'm gonna move up here and I'll provoke. That's fine.
Okay, then it will try
Okay.
to bite you.
Misses.
Of course.
Wow, Rory.
Yeah, I'm making this real challenging on you tonight.
To be fair, they do have +1 to hit.
That's true.
They're not the brawniest enemies in the world.
And I'm rolling for shit. Anyway.
We all did, Britt. So
I've been rolling for
don't
shit
be
all
too
night.
disappointed because we all rolled like.
Irving?
Ho ho!
Irving is still just trying. Irving and Zeckles entered, still just trying to get out of the water.
Yeah, consider yourself.
Rainer, did you make your
neck up on them.
save when you came out of the water? And then Irving should also make a fortitude save, since I remembered when he actually left the water this time.
Okay. Let's see.
This is versus poison, if it matters.
There's a 14 hit, Rory?
Yes.
9.
You are sickened, Jeff?
Ah.
Damage.
Did Rainer have to do one too?
Yes. I don't know what Rainer rolled, though.
What?
Fortitude save.
Fortitude save?
I
It's
did
against
not.
poison.
It is, and then I get a +2 to that, so. Fucker. I can actually press the right buttons. Hey, I too. None too surprising.
There's been a lot of single-digit rolling tonight.
So you are also sickened, Rainer.
Yay!
-2 to basically every d20 you roll.
Is that something that we can adjust to now that we're above for a little while, or is that going to
No,
stay with
it's
us?
pretty gross. You think that this is more of an effect of having drank the water than an effect of the smell itself.
Gotcha.
Zeklazent, I'm not going to make you make a swim check to get out, but you do need to make that fortitude save. You are also sickened.
Okay.
Maybe we should get some sort of device to protect us from the water.
You guys are also drenched in this water.
Great, so now I have like an extra 3 pounds of iron on me. I'm gonna look around in here.
It's pretty dark now that the beetles are splattered. They still have some glowing glands, but that is the only light source currently.
I will cast light on my greatsword.
Okay, now you have a light
Yep.
source.
I will cast light on.
So I'm just gonna make that a little bit more apparent.
That doesn't look
Is that
like,
up
it
or
looks like
down?
a hairy wart. I don't know what that is.
Um,
It does kind of look like a hairy
that
wart.
is
Yep.
it's about 15 feet up that to another ledge with kind of like stalagmites and stalactites over there. It looks like it's more natural cavern. You can also see the cavern continues along the stream. That is still about 2 foot deep water. You wouldn't have to go underwater to continue with the stream.
I'm gonna go over this way.
Sure. Do you have a means to see in?
Yeah, I have the light spell.
Did you cast it?
Yeah, it's on my shield.
Okay.
I'm going to follow people that have light.
I'm gonna say I don't fancy a climb today.
So Lee, you see another kind of opening with a bit of a bank there. It's got some putrid-looking slimy stuff covering the bank, and you can see the corridor continues on further down.
Any bodies yet?
This is still a fairly shallow creek, and you see thick carpets of green and gray and molded fungus stuff along the bank shore. It is particularly foul smelling.
I'm gonna
Well,
say
some of the mounds get up to 3 feet high of fungus on this bank.
Who knows about growths?
I'll look back. Say, Irving, do you know anything about growths? Fungal, I think.
It kind of depends. Yeah, I'll go and look at them.
Nature?
I'll say it's a little strange that we haven't found a single body yet.
No, I think that there's something deeper.
Hurry, I
Whatever
don't
that
think I
door
have
is.
that.
Okay. You're not sure. It looks like fungusy stuff. You can make a perception check, anyone who's looking in.
Oh yeah, I'd love to.
Did Tomag actually step into the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it possible to make a knowledge nature check without having any ranks in it?
It is, but you're limited to a maximum of 10, and that is not going to give you anything.
No.
Perception.
Trained in it, I just got nothing in it.
15
Oh no, I got a
perception.
24 perception.
One of those mounds you think is vaguely body-shaped.
Ah,
I'll say there's number 1.
It's
I'll
pretty
do a-
small, though. Maybe a child?
I'll do a quick little prayer. I'll say we may have found one of the halflings.
all right. Well,
Pull it
does
open.
anybody here know about plants? All right.
I haven't even gone in there yet, but
I'm asking aloud if anybody knows about plants.
I don't know anything about them.
will geography help or dungeoneering help?
You could roll dungeoneering. Jeff, did you have dungeoneering?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I don't
Richard,
think
you're
that's-
moving into the room, so you can see a little bit better.
I mean, I'm where I am. If I can't go, if
You
everybody,
can't see very well, but you can roll.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
I'd come around here.
Okay. Lee, when you step there, one of the mounds of fungus suddenly kind of twitches and comes alive. And we can roll initiative.
I'm gonna make that exact noise again.
Eh,
There's gonna be a lot of that going on in this game.
I think so.
wow.
11.
There may be just a few dungeons in this game.
No, really.
Or there could be
what
just
is
one
it?
really long dungeon, whichever one.
I have a feeling this one's a little bit more of
This-
the.
This one has some dungeon stuff, yeah.
What is second negative?
-2 on attack roll, skill checks,
Ability checks.
ability checks, and maybe saves.
Might it also be damage rolls?
It might also be damage rolls, yeah. It's one of the you're bad at everything status effects. you
Second
can
is
tell.
like.
Initiative.
What?
That's initiative.
I don't think almost nothing affects your initiative.
That is true.
Second is one of those things where it's like it's not completely debilitating, but God, is it annoying.
First level, it's pretty terrible also. Because sometimes you only have a +2 on a lot of rolls.
Damage rolls, for example.
Attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throw, skill checks, and ability checks.
yuck.
Okay. Caitlin, you get to go first.
Is this the body shaped thing?
Can I see the thing from where I am?
Do you think you can?
I mean, I do because it's
Sure.
there's only a black
mean-
piece.
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay. I'd like to draw my bow and shoot at it.
Sure. You wouldn't like to make a knowledge engineering check?
Oh, I could do that if I get it. I get it for free as a free.
That is
action.
free, yes.
I rolled a 9. I'm doing great on my knowledges so far tonight.
Yeah, you're not sure.
I've just been rolling like.
It
most
looks
of the time.
hostile, so I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay. Are you just basing that off of the red border?
I am basing it off the fact that you said that we were getting attacked or something like that.
Also, I let loose my battle cry.
Not everything is needing to be a murder hobo.
Well, it's a moving thing that I don't know what it is. I don't
moves,
wanna-
kill it.
Okay.
Are you saying you're racist? It moves and it's not a human, therefore kill it?
I didn't say human. Either way,
It moves, kill it.
I wanted to know. Bless is not active anymore, correct?
1 minute.
Nah, probably not. Okay. But I still have the
Just
sickened,
catch
right?
your breath.
So I rolled an 8, and so I guess I will send in the wrecking crew. I'll say, Bobo, sick 'em.
Bobo.
I'm just kidding. Comet.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Good dog.
And Comet will take the shortest route and land, I guess, wherever there is room here to attack with a bite. Boy, what is it with these low d20s?
You're done?
Yeah, can you go ahead and keep doing what we've been doing this whole time?
We'll see.
Damn it, your night.
Yeah, so a bunch more of the fungusy things start to move.
Oh, hell no.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the
No,
bushes.
no, don't move on me.
Oh,
Wait, is it moving,
Ah!
onto me?
Well, what square are you in?
I don't know what square you're in, so
Oh, sorry.
somebody's not snapping to grid.
That's true, I'm not.
so that one,
I guess I am probably squeezing up here.
one of them
I
is
was trying to
gonna be
make space for
provoking
people.
from.
I thought that he was a
Tomahawk
square
and-
south, to be honest.
One of them is provoking from Tomahawk and Comet.
I was trying to make space for people, so I'm probably like squeezing there.
Okay, so
Yes, that space is squeezing. I thought you were kind of hugging the wall as you moved in. It's kind
Comet
of
rolled a
Yeah, is that squeezing or no?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I need to.
And does Sickened also do damage too?
Yes,
Does a
minus
20
2.
hit?
Both of those will hit.
All right.
4 damage.
11 damage.
It dies.
Up.
2 of these are going to be attacking Tomahawk.
No. What's the AC penalty for squeezing? On
Uh,
Dex?
Probably, yeah, it's on Dex, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'll check real fast.
I'm guessing the other one is attacking Comet.
It is, yes.
All right.
It threatens a critical.
You
It
bastard.
fails to confirm the critical.
That is not a crit. Yes.
For 2 damage.
All right.
That's about the only way it's going to hit Comet, I think.
I
Actually,
get a 4 penalty to
Comet's
AC, so my AC is 14.
Comet's
So
AC
the-
is 21.
So the 11 misses you, Lee.
Okay.
Irving?
All right. I'm gonna move up here and why not shoot it?
Why do you have a penalty to AC?
Because I'm
Because
squeezing.
he's squeezing.
Oh,
I wanted to make space for people, and then they went before I did.
I forgot that squeezing gave you a negative AC.
Attack rolls and AC.
Are you squeezing and sickened? Because that would be fun.
No, I'm not.
Does a 13 hit it?
It does.
Awesome. Check this
It's
out.
a slime.
4.
Okay, it doesn't die. That was the closest one.
How did you manage to not kill one? Wait, how do you manage to do a D6 minus 2 damage?
I'm
Because he's
second.
sickened.
Oh.
That's why we're all doing less damage.
Okay, I'm gonna step
Oh wait,
up
I'm
and
not sickened. Oh, okay, I'll remember.
ferociously,
It's only a
destructively,
Comet.
powerfully, and
Are you
furiously.
the one that Jeff shot or the other one?
Which one was the one Jeff shot?
Erroneously.
The one in the middle?
The one next to Comet.
Jeff, do you have precise shot?
No.
Did you take -8 for firing through cover into melee?
No, I took a -4 and a -2.
Oh. Okay, so it's -4 for firing into melee, -4 for shooting through cover. So if you have an ally between you and the target. So I'm not gonna worry about it, but remember that shooting into melee basically through a target is -8. Bensuo?
Sure.
I'm gonna hit the one that's directly south of Tomag.
Okay. So not the one that was shot.
No,
Good.
hot stuff. All right,
That'll hit.
so I am going to do. Um, 17.
It dies.
What the hell just happened?
That was not the one I was. That's not the one I attacked.
He attacks the one that was below me.
Directly south of Tomag. is what I said to say.
I thought you said most south because I did not hear you. Is that close?
Was that the one that was attacked or not?
It's fine. It was. I think I misunderstood Jeff. And the one that is injured is still alive.
Okay.
Can I move here?
And in theory,
I don't know. Can you? Each water square is difficult terrain, Evo.
Oh. I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Tamag?
Alright, I'm gonna take a 5. Oh, I can't take a 5-foot step. It's difficult terrain. I'm gonna provoke an attack of opportunity
I want to see you be
from 2 of them.
Whoa!
Hey-o.
Curveball.
14 and 20
20 does hit.
for a mighty 2 damage.
I've been taking incidental damage like a lot, and now I am badly injured.
Whittle
and
you
I'm
away
gonna-
with slime and bugs.
I'm gonna hit the one that's north of me. Also, I get hit by the automaton from attack of opportunity. I've taken damage from attacks of opportunity exclusively.
That might be a personal issue. Maybe you shouldn't try.
Does a 12 hit it?
It does. Do you know why?
Alright. Because it's a slime.
12 is its AC.
8 damage.
It dies.
One. All right, and then
Rainer?
I'll say something bold and spicy, like about you.
Like, that's not my guacamole.
20.
Hey.
No, you're there. Shit, I can't do that, can I? Or 3 people
I'll
are
say
there. I
something
lost my eye.
brave and catchphrasey.
We're good.
I think you're moving.
You're
The wrong
moving
character.
the.
Moving somebody but you. Other than you.
There I
you go.
am.
Okay, I'm going back to my spot.
Sorry. I can only move up as 15 here
Okay.
because my last move I'll land on bent soil. And I can't occupy a spot, so that's all I can do.
You get double move, but you provoke.
I
Actually,
did double
I
move.
did provoke.
I did double move going at half speed already, and I can only move 20 because I'm through water and not on land. So
I didn't know
Wa-
that the
water-
You're still on water.
But yeah, walking in water is just difficult terrain. It is land speed still.
Yeah, your land speed. You can
It's-
keep moving if you
When
want.
you have to worry about a swim speed or a climb speed or something like that, but walking through water is still land speed.
okay.
It doesn't mean that literally being on land. Like if you're walking on in a building with wooden floors, you still use your land speed. Just
Okay.
that
Well, I'm gonna have
makes-
to double move to get through anyway, so I'm gonna move here and I'll provoke, and that's fine.
Yep.
No, you don't.
You
it's-
already used it.
Yep.
Then I'm good.
Caitlin?
Okay, Caitlin is going to instruct her Comet to attack,
Sure.
who now has a flanking bonus because
Darn right he does.
so Talon bite. So does 13 hit?
It does.
Let's see. Five total damage from 2 attacks.
It dies.
Caitlin will
sort
toss
of,
Comet a treat.
Which one was the body in?
Comet continues to attack viciously.
Oh wait, I mean down.
I mean, sit, Ubu, sit!
Comet's a
It's a
jerk.
treat.
Eating the dang slime Comet.
That's why I named my peacock Murder, so that it can just keep on killing things.
All right.
Yeah, I am going to heal myself.
I don't approve.
I used heal on Comet, but Heel.
You used your
No.
heal on Comet, that's your discipline.
A little hurt, but I'm not that bad. Which one was the one with the halfling in it?
The one we're standing on, I think.
Well, are you going to take a closer look?
Yes.
You can make a perception check.
I'd love to.
Can any of us do that?
7.
Yeah,
I got a
if you're
24
looking-
before.
You're
Does
looking
that
around
count?
the area.
When I came in, I got a
Perception
24
check.
perception. Does that count? I got a 7.
I got a 19 to search.
I mean, yeah, like to search, you're gonna have to dig around in the fungus, slimy stuff a bit. But you do find a couple of dead halfling bodies. There's actually 3 dead halflings, each one of those kind of slimy piles.
Does it look
They're
like
partially disintegrated.
Does it look like the slimes came from them?
Maybe.
Actually, can I roll a heal check on them
You could roll a heal check on them.
to maybe get some information about that? Let's see.
I'm gonna start saying a quick prayer for them.
14.
You don't know. It's hard to tell because their bodies look like they've been partially digested by the slimes.
Mm-hmm.
But you see signs of maybe a previous fight. You don't think the slime is what killed them, at least.
Mm-hmm. I'll mention that. I'll say it definitely looks like there was signs of a struggle. I imagine the slimes didn't put them in there. So there's something else going on here.
Maybe the slimes found them after something else killed them.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Come, Comet. And she's going to continue. Roar! Or hiss.
Is there anything else over here of note, or does it just continue on, Roy? I'm going to assume that's a yes.
The passway
keeping track of time spent here, Rory. How long have we been?
less than like 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have a watch. You can't see the sun.
Yeah, but I mean, could I roll survival to know?
You could roll survival, but I mean, you don't have much to go off of.
That's true. Well, we're just gonna have to wing it. I did not mean that. I'm going
Physically
to.
injured.
I'm gonna roll survival, and then maybe you can give me vague times.
Sure.
I rolled an 18.
You think it's been about 10 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Do people need to end? I lost track of time.
I mean, I go in really early tomorrow, but I can stay up.
It's getting pretty close to time for me.
I just glanced at the time after you sent that. I did not realize what time it was at all. I would prefer not to leave things in the cave. If you'd like to leave after if you'd like to go back out and tell people what you found so far.
Actually, I wouldn't mind trying to get the halflings out to give them a decent burial.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Because that makes a better stopping point than in the middle of a cavern.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll have time to make this dynamic lighting next time, because that will be much better.
That would be much better.
Than poorly drawn scribbles to block off sections.
I'm okay with the scribbles.
It has a certain
I'm
charm
judging
to
your
it.
scribbles right now.
Please don't judge
Charm
me.
is the right
Totally
word.
judged them.
Okay, so you guys can recover the halfling bodies that have been mostly disintegrated. There's 3 halfling bodies that you can recover there. They're wearing clothing, but they look like they've got vests and their boots have been taken. It looks like they've been looted pretty heavily, actually.
Wow.
Since you're pulling them out of the fungus, taking some time to do it, I'll let you take 20 on your perception checks as you do that. And that will reveal, with a DC 20 perception check, which people didn't quite get in their quick glance, that there is a single agate in the vest pocket of one of them. But everything else has been taken. It looks like even like their boots, their belt pouches and belts, everything has been taken.
I don't like the look of
Oh, why are you staring like that?
Yeah, Evo, your face is so
You're such a weirdo, Zach.
Stretching my neck.
That's how you stretch your neck? Okay, so you found a single agate.
So far in this trip, what we've come away with is cancer and 1 agate.
Worth it.
You can swim back out of the cave
Oh god, I am gonna...
with hand wave checks, because you have easily enough time to get out, and head back into Torch.
How far is it about, like, to swim without the water breathing?
So,
I didn't really say anything about it, but could I have tried to anchor the guide rope on the interior side?
yes, you could anchor a guide rope.
To make it
There
a
were
little-
stalactites and stuff, so you could have just kind of looped it around.
Make it a little simpler, at least, if not.
Um,
What are you doing?
That's fine. So you have anchored a guide rope. You can come back out of the torch. And where do you want to go?
Back to that temple, maybe?
Do they have a cemetery?
So they
Or
do.
anything like
But you're
it?
going to go to the temple. So we'll start out next time with you arriving at the temple. So we can end for the night with knowing where you guys are going up to next.
All right.
So we started very late, and we got only a little bit done, but I can still give you a touch of experience for what you found so far. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of modification of things because this is a 4-person module, definitely.
We have significantly more.
6 fairly well-balanced characters, it seems like. So I'm going to have to play a couple of things by ear on that for now and see what happens.
Well,
Fast
I've
and
been
loose.
falling over all night.
What?
We were kind of falling over.
Yeah, I was making jokes to me falling on my ass several times. My poor guy. He's a clumsy barbarian.
Well, maybe Rainer shouldn't drink so much.
You didn't drink anything yet.
I mean, Comet only drinks water, and Comet's doing just fine.
So that
He's
is
like Comet.
191 experience.
Oh wait, how much?
191 experience.
91. Right, we're rolling in it.
Nice.
Does this use fast or normal? Or
This
medium?
uses normal.
Okay.
What do we need to hit the next level? I always forget.
That's probably
Million.
Like 10,000, Britt. We're good.
10,000 million.
No.
Not 3, I can tell you that.
Yep. 3.
It's 2,000.
There we go. Thank you, Lee.
Unless you're playing a rogue, then it's only 1250.
Well, it depends on how much money.
And Jeff, you also do get 1 experience per gold you collect.
But if you're playing like a multi-class
Then you have to split your
Fire
experience.
Wizard Rogue, you have to split it.
All of them. And the treasure only adds to the rogue's multi-class experience, but it is still divided by 3.
So just be cool, okay?
Did someone want to actually appraise the agate so that we don't lose that?
Oh boy, can I not do that? Irving probably has an intelligence
Can
modifier.
I take a 20? I don't know how it works.
Sure. What's your modifier?
5.
Okay, you can take 10, and that is sufficient to tell you that it's worth 55 gold pieces.
Alright.
Ooh.
So someone should write down that you have an agate worth 55 gold pieces.
Got it.
And someone should write down that you have a certificate for 20% off of the shops.
I think we should call that what it is, a coupon.
No, because it is not a single use. It is
Some coupons.
It's a rewards card.
Yeah, it's a discount. It's a frequent buyer's reward card
Yes, I'd like to use my...
For basically mundane stuff.
for things from the player's handbook mundane gear, basically.
All right.
Okay, so
Did somebody write those things down? I didn't.
Yeah, I got
think.
it. I got
Yeah.
that.
yes, it's Quartermaster. Yay!
Yes, playing the...
Hey man, I gotta do something.
Real life.
Hey, you hit a slime.
Hey, yeah,
did.
and you're doing really good with the
you got-
bookkeeping.
Your like knowledge skills are off the chains. I think that's going to be useful.
They're gonna
in a-
be.
Do you have knowledge engineering?
Yeah.
Good, because that's
I
the
didn't use
important-
power attack at all this session because I
Do you
only have
have
4 to hit.
knowledge of religion or planes?
No, my plan is next level to get all the rest of the knowledges. So by the time I get level 3, that ability I get that lets me make them untrained is useless.
I have a lot of knowledge skills on my list. I'm going to put at least 1 dot in each of them
Yeah.
to get that class bonus, but it's not every one. Anyway,
I have a lot of knowledge skills also, and I'm planning on only putting points in one of them.
Hopefully, everyone enjoys their character so far.
Yeah,
If
do.
you need to.
I'm
he
sorry I
rolled
had a lot
so
of questions.
badly that I felt like he looked like a jerk, but
Yeah, but then you
I'm
hit once
sure-
for something like 17 damage.
yeah, that's kind of gonna be. I think it's gonna be his legend and his legacy.
That's how the barbarian and the cleric apparently are working
is that-
today.
Well, that's how barbarians work, sort of by design. They kind of massage their attack bonus down and their damage up. But this is just like, I can't be more accurate than this. But I can expend some resources to do a little more damage, and I'm gonna.
Well,
I can be
thanks
more
for
accurate than this, but only once a day.
anyone watching the stream.
Yeah.
We're finally getting caught up on our videos and stuff, so that should be caught up in a day or two. And hopefully we'll be doing some gaming this coming weekend. So take care, y'all.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Night.
I'm looking forward to it.